Yes, hello, happy Friday, wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good evening, good night. It is, of course, Crafters TV, brought to you by Crafters Companion. My name's George Akid, and for the next 3 hours, that's right, 3, it's a softer side of life. We are getting the fabrics on, we're getting the softness on. I've even put my jumper on to keep it all soft and supple. Do you know what? Today is always a good day because one of my favourite people, do you know what? She's one of my favourite soft crafters who work here at Crafters TV. It is, of course, the wonderful Becky Sworn. Hello, Becky.
Hello. I'm going to take that as a compliment, even though I'm the only person here. But thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Becky, we are very lucky to have you with your little trick of putting your pen behind your hair and it all stays up. Great trick. I'll show you later on. It's very good. It's magical. It is. Do you know, I know it's always going to be fun, mate. It's just me and you for 3 hours. What could possibly go wrong? Becky, what have we got coming up today?
We've got some brand new multimedia bag dies. So these are really, really exciting. 3 different designs. Each one's got 3 different sizes in there as well. We've got some fantastic Easter kind of fabric as well. And we've got our Build-A-Block deal of the week as well for you today.
Absolutely. Remember, the show is all about you, so get involved. Comment below, YouTube and Facebook. Wonderful Grace is on the socials, as always, working hard or hardly working. But say hello to her. Loads of you get in touch. Alison, I'm so excited. The butterfly collection, the vintage butterfly, great collection. Arrived about an hour ago. Can't wait to get playing with it this evening. Gilmore's been in touch. Loads of you getting in touch today with loads of wonderfulness. And remember, if you've got any questions for the wonderful Becky, let us know. Laurie, these look so cute. Oh, I love bags. I can't wait to see how to make these. Oh, good morning from Gilbert, Arizona. Moira, morning all from Hamburg, New York. Oh, to the bag dies, and I can't wait. And Alison saying, love the bags. And Gilmore saying, hey, George, Becky, Crafters Companion team, and Crafty peeps. It's great to have you. We are, of course, got so much in this show. New fabrics, new dyes, new everything. It's going to be great. We're starting off, first of all, with the new, brand new bag making dyes. They are launching today, and so much fun. A 20% saving off this already on a launch day, £71.95, $83.85. You are getting the box style, you're getting the perfect pouches, and you're getting the wash bag wonders. Great deal. Club Inspire Platinum price, £57.85, $67.08. We're starting off first of all here with a wonderful box set. You can now remember, you can make 3 different sizes within these sets. The dies are giving you that permission, should I say, that availability to make these dies, to make the boxes. Let's start again. Make the bag boxes. The different size that you wish, small, medium, large. You can buy them individually, and you can see that there on the bottom of your screen, but you can see the 3 different sizes of these bags, and Becky will show you all about this. Next of all, we are going to this wonderful, the perfect pouches. Again, the 3 different styles of bags that you can make, the 3 different sizes. Again, you're starting off with your largest bag here, the perfect pouch bag, then working it down to the middle, and then finishing it off with a small. I mean, that is just perfect, isn't it? What a perfect size that is. That is your perfect pouches. And then wrapping this collection off is the wash bag style. I mean, again, 3 different sizes of the wonderful wash bag wonders. Again, 3 perfect sizes all in here with 3 different dyes. Do you want? Have you got them the wrong way around? They're your perfect pouches. They're right. That's the perfect pouches. And the other one was the wash bag. You know that. We all knew that. It's Friday, isn't it? It's Friday, yeah. It's a wonderful day. The weather's out, sun's out. It's going to be gorgeous. These are, of course, brilliant. Do you know what I love as well? Some places would make you purchase the dyes in each different size, a separate thing. But here, we're giving you the 3 different dyes in the 3 different sizes. A great collection. Now, the best value is if you buy the brand new collection at £71.95, $83.85. Gilmore saying, super excited about these bag making dyes. I need to start using the ones I already have and add these to my stash. A great dye. They're going to look great as well with brand new fabric. Just perfect for spring. Talking of spring, remember on the website, 20% off on storage, spring cleaning, get yourself in the mood, head to the website, 20% off until Monday on certain certain cleaning items, certain organisation items for you on the website. Have a look on there. Right, starting off first of all with the Easter bag and cutout panels. This is perfect. This is incredible. A brilliant yard of fabric here. I mean, this is what we call a panel. I'm learning some panel. Becky, what are panels for?
Great, because you've got all the instructions in there and the pieces to make 2 tote bags. So each of those little panels there is making a front and back of the tote bag, and then the little coloured stripes at the bottom are for the handles. And then you've got these 3 different designs of sort of squashy animals that you can make. So you'd make them as a toy that you could then pop some stuffing inside, or you could use them on applique. You can use them for all sorts of different things. Now, I think this is a really great thing to have with the kids. You can sew it with the children. It's very simple to do. All your instructions are there for them to make their little tote bags to use to fill up with eggs when the Easter Bunny comes to call.
Absolutely. A huge bit of material as well. So much on it. At £13.99, $19.99. A great collection for you to use today. Talking of other great fabrics we've got for you as well. This beautiful little fabric. I mean, it's just beautiful. Pink on cream. The wonderful floral pink. Again, that half metre, £6.99. $10.49. You're always know you're going to get great quality fabrics here. Remember that Club Inspired Platinum price. £5.59, $8.39. Maybe you want to go for the yellow option. I mean, that's just incredible for spring. You're thinking of spring. I mean, compared to that pink, wow, you know, just put the yellow into it. It's just a brand new, great fabric for you there as well. Again, more fabrics, but listen, there's loads of brand new fabrics, and I mean, we've only just shown you the tip of the iceberg when it comes to these fabrics. If you want to see more, head to the website crafterscompanion.com.co.uk. See the full range of fabrics, not just launching today, but all our different fabrics available for you online. That great price for you on the screen show now. But we are looking at our brand new multimedia bag die collection. 13 different dies. Remember, making yourself 3 different sizes of dies. Now, Becky, these are brilliant dies. Not complicated, as you may think. They're quite simple and easy to put forward, aren't they?
They are. We've tried to make them as simple as we possibly can. And now they're all sorts of they're all different designs, they're all different shapes. If you want to start with the simplest one, first of all, I would go for the pouch one, because it's just one piece, one shape, whereas this one has a gusset and a zip panel as well. But if I show you what you're going to get inside your pack. So we've got your 3 different sizes here, and I do love the fact that we've given you 3 different sizes, and actually, you know, they're all useful for different things. We were talking earlier on and we were saying actually these are really great for not necessarily sort of wash bags or travel bags, but you know, almost as like a handbag kind of thing. This one would fit a camera inside, and having that sort of long handle, this long strap that you've got on it, just sort of means you can use it for other things. Now on the back you will see it will give you the dimensions of the fabric that you'll need to have in order to make each size. So you know that once you've got this, you can go and do a little bit of shopping online and make sure you've got the right bits and pieces. But it will also talk about any additional things that you would need. Now, depending upon what kind of fabric you're using, you may want to use wadding or interfacing to give your bag a bit more structure. Now, the ones that I'm going to be showing you today, I've just put interfacing on, and it's a medium weight interfacing. Interfacing is a kind of stiffener that you put in the fabric, but you could very, very easily put some kind of wadding in there to make it sort of more rigid. But if you're going to be using something like our cork fabric or some of our sort of faux leather, faux suede, they're a little bit more structured, so you probably don't need anything more than just a lining fabric, but it's entirely up to you as to what you want to do. And obviously the more sort of structure you put in your bag, the more rigid it will look if it's not got things in it. But obviously they'll look and react the same way if they're full of toiletries anyway. It will also talk about any kind of hardware that you need. So for these you'll need zips for all of them, and it will tell you what size zips. Ideally, I'd go for our zips on the roll, because then you can cut them to whichever size that you want. And it will also talk about the different kinds of equipment that you need, like you're going to need a zipper foot ideally with your sewing machine. So your dies will look like this. You've got, this is the box style bag. So if you've never used our bag making dies before, they often follow the same format in that we tell you to fold your fabric in half, and then you have your fold line along this side, this sort of open side of the die. This minimises how much sort of metalware you need, and it actually makes it a lot easier for you to be able to cut everything out. So you've got these 3 different sizes of your bags here, and you've got 2 different sizes of pockets, because all of the bags, with the exception of the very tiniest one, have got an internal kind of zipper pocket inside them. So these are what our dies look like. So mine are a little bit of a mess because I've been using them a lot. But you can see that these are our copper-coloured multimedia dies. So these are the thicker ones, the ones that are going to cut through multiple layers of fabric. Now, I found the easiest way for me to cut everything was to take my outer fabric, and I used a fusible interface on that, and I ironed that on, and then I folded it over, and then I ran it through my machine. And meant I didn't have to match up my interfacing with my lining and my outer fabric. It just made everything a little bit simpler. So that's the kind of thing that I would recommend that you do when you're putting everything together. So I'm going to run it through the machine so you can see what I mean. So I'll grab some of my fabric. So I'm going to use some of the beautiful fabric that we've got on the show today, and I'm going to cut. I'm going to do the medium size one. I'll just take that off there. Yeah. So with your fabric here, I've got my my fold here, and I would want to place my die across here. So this open part of my die is where this curve is just here. So I'm just going to trim this piece of fabric. So I don't want to waste any of the fabric. I just want to cut a little piece off. Yep. So let me just use my rotary cutter, and I'll just cut around that. And I think, these are bags you're going to use again and again. Yeah. You could make these for gifts for Easter, I thought were the ideal thing as we're coming up to Easter. Mother's Day, you can make a whole set of bags in matching colours for Mother's Day, and that's not far away in the UK. I'm not sure when Mother's Day is in the US. I think it's So I think we've got it in March, don't we?
Yeah. What kind of mum are you, Becky?
What kind of mum am I?
Before the show, weren't we?
I'm a cool mum. Yeah. And even my kids say that I'm a cool mum.
Do they?
Yeah.
Or is it your kids' friends that say you're cool?
Yeah, my kids' friends say I'm a cool mum.
You are a cool mum. You're showing your Star Wars thing that you wore. You went to the Star Wars launch and you went dressed as Princess Leia.
I did. And to be honest, if you're going to work out whether I'm a cool mum, my children were mortified. I mean, just mortified. And what made it worse is that I went for dinner still wearing my outfit afterwards. But I know, why not?
And the bikini looked great on you, the golden bikini from Princess Leia. Looked brilliant. What can you say? Loads to get in touch today. Clarice, happy Friday, all from South Carolina. Linda, hi again everyone. And Diane, good afternoon everyone. Laura, you're saying, can you open the fabrics? Guys, we've got 3 hours. I'll go through every individual stitch in the 3 hours for you. Don't you worry about that. Every fibre of thread we will go into it. Don't you not worry. We'd like to tease you. We'd like to keep you on the edge of your seats. I can see you. Sat on the edge of your seats there. Make sure you've got 4 legs on the floor. I'll call you out, don't you worry about that. I'm here all weekend, don't you worry. Nothing to lose, but everything to gain. Gilmore, we are covered in snow in Michigan, George. Minus 7 degrees.
Ooh, that's quite chilly, isn't it?
That is cold. That's Fahrenheit or Celsius. Because it is very cold, isn't it?
A long time ago, I went to Swedish Lapland to the Ice Hotel. Yeah. And
Swedish Lapland?
It's called, Swedish Lapland.
It's just on the border, isn't it?
It is. It's just on the Arctic Circle. Yeah. And you can stay the night in an ice room, which we did, and it was minus 23. That was quite crazy. Nice. We were a bit concerned we might fall asleep. Well, not fall asleep, but actually I think you go into some sort of hibernation because it's so cold. So I've run that through my machine here. So when you can just see here, this is where my curve is, my fold is, and that hasn't cut quite properly because I just didn't have that lip of my die just over. So I'm just going to trim that. That's it's like a couple of threads that are holding that together. But then it does mean, by using the dies, you have got your perfectly shaped piece of fabric. So you need to cut 2 of these for the body of the fabric in the outer fabric, the body of the bag. You need to cut 2 out of interfacing, 2 out of lining, and potentially another 2 out of the wadding that you're going to be using to put that together. All of the instructions are in the booklet. So if I show you, now the cutting preparation, I would say, like with all instructions, read them through first before you start doing. I know we say that, and I don't think anybody actually ever does.
No.
But it's definitely worth doing to make sure you've got everything that you need in order to make the project. And it will tell you exactly how many of everything you'll need, whether you need 2 panels, 3 or more panels, where you want the interfacing. And it also talks about the gusset and the zip panel. So if I grab the little bag, wherever I've put it, I've flung it somewhere. There we go. So this is the zip panel here.
Yeah.
So we don't give you a die for this, we just give you the measurements. So we tell you to cut the fabric to the relative width and length that you need for this, whichever size box you're doing. And we ask you to do the same for the gusset. So you'll have the dies for cutting the main body of the bag, but this bit just involves, I mean, it's just straight, cutting. And if you've got our mat and our rotary cutter and our ruler that we've got on the show today, that makes it really, really super easy for you to do. If you are concerned about it, make everything a little bit bigger than you need it to be, and so you can just trim it down afterwards. Yes. But all the information is in here, and we'll give you step-by-step instructions about how to put everything together.
Perfect.
So I will start by showing you the zip panel, the top that goes on, the part that goes on the top. So I've already pre-cut my bits and pieces over here. Let me just put that there.
Apparently, Mother's Day in the USA is the 2nd Sunday.
Oh.
In May.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 8th of May this year. Same for Australia. There you are. You see? Did you know that, Becky?
No, I didn't. I had no idea about that. You learn something new every day. So I've already put one part of my zip panel together, and I'm going to put the other part together. So I've cut my pieces. I've used all of the lovely fabric that we've got today. I couldn't not, because it's so pretty. You know, couldn't choose. Yeah. And so we're going to use this as the lining, and this is the outer part of the fabric. So to do the other side of the zip, we're going to, if I fold this out and I can show you how I've sewn it together. So I've started off, this way. I've started off folding over the zip and sort of covering it over with the lining fabric and the outer fabric. Yep. And then folding it, after we've stitched it together, I've folded it back, and then I've top stitched over here. So we're going to do this side as well. So we're going to start with the lining fabric facing down, facing up. I'm going to have the zip facing down, and I'm going to have the outer fabric facing, oh, this is horrible, facing, let me just check. Hold on a minute. Zip panel, so lining this way.
Yeah.
Then zip panel right side down, then top panel right side down. Make sure I get it right. Yeah. Because then when you fold it out, that should all work. Yeah, that's it. Right, so I'm going to clip it together, and then we're just going to fold it back and then stitch it, top stitch it over the top.
Perfect. Diane's been in touch. She went, it's quite a sunny day here in West Yorkshire, but cold. I was planning doing loads of crafting, but I'm laying on the bed next to the hubby. He's tired today, so I'm watching while he's asleep.
Oh.
Wake up! Get up now, you lazy so-and-so. 20 past 2 in the afternoon, man. What are you playing at? Wake up!
You're horrible.
I'm joking. Welcome back to Crafters TV. And if he's woken up, I'm very sorry. I'm not. If he's angry, my name is Ben Mosby.
That is horrid. That's a nasty way to wake up as well, with someone shouting at you, isn't it?
Well, you know,
that's not what you want.
He says, twitching.
So with when you're doing sewing with your zip, ideally change to your zipper foot on your sewing machine. So I've got a foot on my machine which has got a 1/4 of an inch seam edge to it, which I find really useful. But I will just change it to a zipper foot so I can sew the zip onto the panel. Yeah. Let's have a little scurry around trying to find it. You sew, don't you? You so.
Don't come to me. I was trying the bag on. I was just seeing if it fitted, and I'm like, well, this would be quite good for a camera. And then as I'm there with the bag round me, it would be good for like a little camera bag, like you were saying for a camera. I was like, what's the... Oh dear.
Well, I think it's really good size bag for a child.
Yes.
If you were a little mini camera in there.
Or a child-sized adult. But you can put your phone in it. I mean, you may need a bigger one, but the medium one would easily fit an iPhone in.
Yeah. Well, I think there's so many different options, aren't there, about what you can do with these bags.
Yeah, the middle-sized bag can happily fit an iPhone in there. No worries whatsoever. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, you can put an iPhone in that middle-sized bag. Isn't that good? Isn't that good? Loads of you getting in touch today. Kathy Leah said the new Bunny Gnome fabric is so cute. I know it's gorgeous, the Bunny Gnome fabric.
I think all the fabrics that we get some really beautiful bits and pieces, don't we?
Yeah.
They're really good quality as well. So I've done, if you've watched me doing zips before, I always do them in the same way. It's the way I've been taught. So I've sewn most of the way, but my zip pull is down here. Now I don't want to sew around it because that will push everything out.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've dropped my needle into my machine. I'm going to lift the foot up, and then I'm just going to move the zip beyond the foot and then drop everything back down again and then carry on sewing.
Right, I'm getting a lot cheeky now. Apparently, Crafty Angie, ooh, George, that wasn't nice, about waking up Diana's husband. Sherry said, George always gets sassy when he wears that shirt. Which shirt? This is my Tesco special, this shirt. Scrap paper scissors. George is just orny. Ornay. O-R-N-E-R-Y. Ornay. Is that word?
What?
He's so much like my son. I don't know what that means. I hope that's a good thing. And Diana said I'm very cheeky. I am very cheeky. I'm sorry. I've got to be cheeky. Because you've got Ben, who's like the smart gentleman. You've got Joe, who's like the eye candy. You've got Becky, who's like the kind of presenter Becky.
Wait, what are you saying? The other Becky.
The other Becky.
Smiley Becky.
Smiley Becky. She's the. Oh, don't get started on that. She's like the little angel, and I'm like the mischievous middle child. What can I say? Yeah, the word was, I think it's ornay. O-R-N-E-R-Y. Ornery. Bad-tempered or difficult to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well, we can see that, can't we?
You should see me at 8 o'clock in the morning. Right, let's see how it is. Okay, fine. No more discounts. Forget it. Revert them all. Take them all back. I know you love me, really. I hope you love me. Grace, please tell me they love me, really. Please.
We all love you. Did I say that with such sincerity?
That was, honestly, I believed every single word.
No, I'm always really, I'm excited about whoever I'm working with, but you and I have a great laugh, don't we?
Yeah.
And in fact, I always find that when I've done a show with you, I don't have any eye makeup left because I've cried so much with laughter. It's all just dripped down my face. So don't look too close. So,
Scrap paper scissors. It's a word in the US for cheeky. Ah, that's it. Cheeky. I am very cheeky. Life's too short not to be cheeky. Actually, me and Becky found out we both like fish on toast earlier because you were talking about last night about toast.
Yep.
And you like anchovies.
Yep.
On toast, and I like sardines on toast.
Yeah. So I don't feel like I'm, I felt yesterday and today that there was something wrong with me because I quite liked it, but actually I feel much better now. Now I've top stitched over one side. I'm going to do that as well here, just so it's got a nice feel to it. But you can see how that looks. So you've got your lining fabric on the back of the zip, and then you've got the outside fabric here.
Lovely. What was I going to say? Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember now. It's about fish on toast. I like sardines though. Tuna on toast.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's quite an underrated lunch, to be honest.
But I love how you went to me. She went, I was talking about toast last night, and everyone was taking the mic out of my choice, and she went, guess what I have on my toast? And what did I say? Caviar. I said, blinking, I thought caviar was what you'd have on toast. Not anymore.
I do like a bit of caviar.
Do you?
But yeah.
I've never had it.
And luckily, I'm the only person in the house that likes it, so if I have it, I get it all to myself.
I've never bought it. I did see a jar of it in Tesco for £4, and I thought, nah, you're paying £4 for a jar of caviar. There's something.
Oh, it's something that you get as a gift, I think, caviar. It's not something. It's not something you pop on your normal supermarket shop, is it?
Unless you're at Waitrose, then maybe. You shop at Waitrose, don't you? This is where you go. I shop at Waitrose.
I don't actually shop at Waitrose at all.
Ocado?
No.
Marks and Spencer's. Yeah, there it is. That's what I thought. Yeah, Marks and Spencer's, let's be honest. It's a Marks and Sparks shop. I only go to Marks and Spencer's to get the yellow labels, and they've discounted stuff, and I'm like, yeah, get the, what, oh, yeah, Percy Pigs, I get Percy Pigs, and then the yellow labels. What can I make with fennel, tuna, and a bit of random sandwich? You know, that's what I'll, and that's my tea, and I'll make something out of it.
There's not a lot you can do with that, is there?
Hey.
Yeah.
But it's a yellow label.
Did you manage something?
Did I? I just kept it separate. Georgina says she loves this fabric. That means keep it back in track, guys. Keep it back on track. Oh dear. Loads of you get in touch today, which is lovely. Gilmore, anchovies on toast. Becky, enjoy what you enjoy. My mum loved her buttered bread with sardines. I wouldn't eat it, but don't let them bully you. Yeah, you see. Yeah.
I think so. I think you just go for what you like.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Have what you like. So what I'm going to show you here is, so that's the zip panel ready. So I'm going to put that to one side. Now this is the one of the outside pieces of the bag. And this is the zip pocket that I've cut out. Now, normally you would cut the zip pocket out of the lining fabric, but I used up the rest of the lining fabric for other things, other projects that you're going to see today. Okay. So I'm going to just be using this fabric at the moment. Now, we're going to be using our zip insertion tool for this. Now, if you don't have if you don't have one of these, it doesn't matter. But actually, if you can get one of these, oh God, they're really useful. So if I show you what that looks like, if I just move that out of the way and I can show you here. So your zip insertion tool has a handy ruler at the top, right. But it also has these little, I always think I call them letterboxes and bones. Okay. I don't think those are the, quite the
song. Letterboxes and bones. No, it reminds me of a song.
No, okay. That you just bonkers. So you've got these little letterboxes here, and you've got these little shapes here. Now, what you will do is you'll choose which size zip you're going to be using, and use the related sizing of this little box and this shape here. You will draw around the outside of this box, and then you'll draw this line here. Then when you're doing that over your pocket, and then you stitch around the outside, and then you turn it inside out, and then you've got a sort of hidden zip, as it were, in your item. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, I'm going to just mark down here. Yeah. So we've got a little ruler at the top, which is really quite useful, and I'm going to use one of my heat erasable pens. I'm going to move an inch down here. I'm just going to do that around here. And then I'm going to take my pocket, and I'm going to place my pocket with the edge marked just here. Yeah. This pocket seems very large for this, but I think you need a nice big pocket. And then I'm going to mark down 3/4 of an inch from the top of the pocket here. Mm-hmm. So just there with my heat erasable pens. Now we've got the heat erasable pens and the cutting mat and the rotary cutter on the show today, and they are really useful to have. Yes, some great deals. Head to the website craftercompanion.com.co.uk.eu. Click shop the show. See all the ranges that we've got for you today as well. I'll be going through those a little bit later on during the show as well for you today on this beautiful, beautiful Friday. Yeah. It was quite sunny earlier, wasn't it? Very sunny, cold but sunny. Yeah. So I've drawn around that box, and then I'm going to move to this shape here, which is like the bone. I'm going to call it a bone. It looks like a bone to me. It's a line in the middle with two sort of inverted, what do we call them? Inverted arrows at either side. Yeah, inverted, yeah, I get you. So if you can see that here. So you can see this is the zip I'm going to use. So the zip is a little bit bigger than this gap here. Now I'm going to pin this. Where have I put my pins? There they are, hiding. And then I'm going to stitch around the outside. Now this, we've used this zip insertion tool in lots of our bags that we've done, but actually you can use it for all sorts of things. If you were going to be making a jacket, for example, and you wanted a little pocket in the inside, you would use this, and it's a really handy little tool. So it's definitely worth popping into your bags. I think in the past we've had it and it's sold out. So it's definitely worth getting hold of. So I'm now going to change my foot on my machine to an ordinary foot, and I'm just going to stitch all the way around the outside of this little box here.
Perfect. So with the feet, again, I know you say this, but the feet are different kinds of feet, aren't they?
Yeah.
What does having a different foot make difference?
Shall I show you?
Yeah,
go
on.
So this is like this is your bog standard foot.
Yeah.
Well, they will all look similar to this. So you've got a big kind of space in the middle, so you can choose your sewing position. So this is what, I'm assuming that you've got a sort of modern sewing machine. So you can either sew right in the middle or you can sew to the left or to the right. So this is like your traditional kind of machine foot. Now, this is the foot that I use all the time, which we do have. And this has a little, like a little blade down the side. So it means that your stitching position is always in the middle, so your needle position is always in the middle. But from the middle point to this edge is exactly 1/4 of an inch. So you butt your fabric up to that edge, and then as it moves through the sewing machine, you're always going to get that 1/4 of an inch seam. And that for me is really useful. I sometimes put tape on my machine so I can make sure that I carry on keeping everything nice and straight. But inevitably, I tend to move slightly to the left, and so I get like a slightly wobbly edge. Now, if you're going to be doing anything really, you want to be accurate with your sewing as much as you possibly can. And I think these are a really useful item to have. And then you've got your zipper foot, which looks like so. So it looks more like a foot, looks more like a shoe. So you've got a little space on either side of this sort of lump in the middle. And so this allows you to change the stitching position of your needle. So it either goes to the left or the right. So you can make sure that you're sewing close up against your zip without everything sort of being moved. You can imagine if you were using a foot like that, as you were stitching, this would be pushing out, so you wouldn't be able to stitch so close to the zip as you'd want to. But most sewing machines will come with these, and if they don't come with them, you're able to buy them separately. Yeah. So I'm just going to place not my normal foot, but the normal foot that I use, just there, and then stitch around this shape here.
In it goes. This is it. Moment of truth.
So with the, if I put this around the right way, yeah. Now, because it's going to get a little bit of, not hammering, but a pocket gets a bit of use, and you want to make sure your stitching is nice and strong. So don't have too wide a stitch length, or too long a stitch length rather. And then we are going to make sure we secure at the beginning and the end of the stitching. So I'm just making sure that my needle is kept dropped down in my fabric, and I tend to sew like this anyway. I tend not to have my needle lifting up. So I'm just going to do another couple of stitches and then up like this.
Love it. It's so therapeutic watching someone stitch. I know what it is. It's like watching people colour. Watching you sew, I'm like getting into a little trance of watching the needle go up and down, up and down, up and down.
Maybe that's if people can't sleep, they can watch little videos of people sewing. Maybe that's a new thing to do.
Millions.
So I'm going to cut this along this line here. So I'm using a small rotary cutter, and I'm going to cut along the line. I'm not using my ruler, which I probably should do.
You dead.
I know. And I'm cutting through all the layers of the fabric. And then when I get to the very end, I'm going to use my scissors to go like this.
Apparently, the wonderful Sherry says, my daughter makes a very garlicky Italian dipping sauce with anchovies. It's called, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, bagna cauda. It's delicious.
Isn't it? I've heard of that because I think I've seen it on a cookery program before, and that looks really good because you use like lettuce, not lettuce, but like radicchio slices, because you want something quite bitter with it. But that's the kind of.
I imagine you're a big garlic fan.
Yeah.
I am. I make my own garlic olive oil.
Really?
Yeah, buy a cheap bottle of olive oil and then get a full bulb of garlic. Take off the little bulb, like the little bits, like the cloves, and then just pop them through the hole in the olive oil because it's got a little bottle on it. And then just put a full bulb of garlic in there, leave it for about a month, and all the garlic, you've got all garlic infused oil.
I like garlic. It's good.
Yeah.
I've got a friend who's allergic to garlic, which I think must be really difficult because
Yeah.
garlic is in so many things.
It is really like garlic bread.
Yeah. Or garlic oil.
Yeah. We
We're
make
just gonna reel
ourselves
off.
laugh. If anybody, we make ourselves laugh. That's the main thing here. I see Becky, and I just walked past her, and I was looking at her, and she laughs. I don't know what it is.
What I've done, I've cut out, but I've also just trimmed the edge
Yes.
around here, and I'm going to post that through
Okay.
this hole here. So this looks like it's not going to work, but it will. Trust me. So this is where, you know, if you're using lining fabric, you can get sort of a really good kind of pop of colour.
Yeah.
But I'm obviously using the same fabric here. So I'm just going to sort of move that around and get it pressed, and then I'll sew around the outside of that in just a moment.
Perfect. Remember, guys, if you've got any questions for the wonderful Becky, maybe about this, about any sewing questions, now is the time to answer. You'll get them in. Grace is on the socials. Amazing, Grace. She's on the socials today. Get involved. Any questions that you've got, we'll get them answered for you today. It might be about the bags. It may be a sewing generic question that you have, or maybe you just want to ask Becky about, I don't know, you know, about her Princess Leia costume. Who knows? But
Let's
also,
hope not, eh?
What's that?
Let's hope not.
What, the Princess Leia costume?
Let's hope there's no questions about my Princess Leia outfit.
I want the question. I know George has got a question. We've all got questions about the Princess Leia costume. Remember as well, got some great brand new fabrics launching today. If you want to get ahead of the game, head to the website crafterscompanion.com.co.uk. We are going to show them shortly. I know a few of you going, please open them out. I promise you I will do. Look, I like to get excited, build a bit of time up, relax, get a coffee, get a couple of biscuits. You know, that's how I like to do soft side. It's a relaxed show. Talking of relaxed, Tracy's just walked in. She's happy as always. Got a new haircut, haven't you, Tracy? She's got a lovely haircut. It's lovely. Little bob.
It looks good.
I'm blonde. It looks good, Trace. A lot of people love the hair. A lot of people got new hair. Jenny's had her hair done. She's got a blondie Albany colour. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just trying to figure it out because it looks good. Highlights. Thank you for getting me out of that hole. Thanks. You know, Becky's got her hair in a pen. I mean, what's not to love?
Well, sometimes, you know, you're looking for something to put your hair up, and I just use a
It's a good little tip.
pen or a paintbrush or a chopstick, whatever I happen to have to hand, you know. You never know. So what I've done here is, you can see now I've pressed that, and you can see how that then looks.
Yeah.
So we will then pop the zip
I see.
in here and stitch around the outside now, and then you've got this you know, it looks quite pretty. It looks particularly good if you've got, you know, a bright colour here or like a black colour. Maybe you want to use a crazy coloured zip here as well. So I'll stitch around the outside to finish it off.
Scrap paper scissors. Where my Italian grandparents wouldn't eat garlic because people used to call Italians garlic eaters to be mean. But when I started cooking, they started eating it again. Oh, it's not a shame.
Yeah, I mean, I would be surprised, you know, that people would, you know, be like that. I mean, I think garlic is such a staple thing in so many foods, isn't it?
Your friend who's allergic to garlic, are they a vampire?
No, they're not. They do come out during the day.
Yeah.
He eats elephant garlic, which you'd think would be garlic, but actually it tastes like garlic, but it's a spring onion.
Okay.
So that's an alternative if you can't have garlic.
Elephant garlic, never heard
It's
of
got
that.
and it's big, you know, it's big
Yeah.
sort of cloves.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a kind of spring onion, or spring onion family, but it tastes like garlic.
No, I didn't know about
But
elephant
difficult when you go out for a meal, you know,
Yeah.
make sure that, you know, things haven't got garlic in them. It's always tricky.
It's like if you like celery or something, or mustard, or celery's in loads of things, isn't it? Mustard's
yeah.
in loads of things. Hey dear. I love garlic. I can eat cloves as well. I can eat the cloves.
What, cloves of garlic or actual cloves?
Cloves of garlic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what are cloves?
You know, cloves you get at Christmas time. They're like these little sort of woodens. That,
Yes.
you wouldn't want to eat those.
No, cloves of garlic.
Yeah, clove
Well,
of garlic.
Just roast it for about half an hour and it gets all soft and mushy. You can spread it on bread.
Yeah, I'm hungry now.
I've been here half an hour and we're already talking about food. This is my life, by the way.
I think we were talking about food before we even came on air.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
I've got no idea.
Well, I had a sandwich. I had a sandwich today. I had a meatball sandwich with applesauce.
With apple sauce?
Basically, I had some leftover meatballs, and I was like, oh, I want something with it. And all I had was applesauce.
I've never thought about having meatballs with apple sauce.
They were sliced. It was like beef with meatball with applesauce.
But I suppose if you go to IKEA, they do meatballs with like a lingonberry, don't they? Which is quite fruity.
Yep.
Yep. So I can understand that. So again, I'm doing the same thing with my zip while you're watching this.
Yeah. Absolutely. Gilmore, love garlic. Grace is saying applesauce is a big no-no.
Oh.
But Grace, come on, man. A pork sandwich with applesauce. Nom nom nom. Yeah. What warm pork sandwich with a bit of applesauce.
Yeah, that sounds really good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Tracy, get cooking. Come on, get their pork on. Get a halogen oven. We've got a halogen oven. Get that on. I love halogen oven. Please, all right, please, Tracy, please. Oh, no, she said no. Guys, loads of love coming in for today's show. Remember, if you've got any questions about Becky, maybe you've got garlic questions, or maybe you've got questions about sewing, mainly garlic, really. Get involved with the show. Becky's like, what? Get involved with today's show. Comment below. Grace doesn't eat pork, so no, not for me. Oh, okay. Well, if you don't eat pork, I mean... See, what's your favourite condiment, Becky?
My favourite condiment?
That's my first date question.
Is it really?
If I'm flirting, I'll go, so tell me, what's your favourite condiment? Icebreaker, straight away. You get into the bare bones of a person.
Everybody likes ketchup, but I like mayonnaise.
Mint sauce for me.
Oh, no. Oh. I couldn't be doing that, no.
That's so.
Sorry, there'd be no second date.
That second date would be done there and then. Hence why he's still single now. Gilmore's gone, I'm hungry now. So the stitch, you've zipped the stitch in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've stitched all the way around.
You stitched it, yeah?
I've stitched it. Yeah, it's all done. So you got that there. And so all that you do to finish it off is you will fold up your pocket and stitch down either side here and at the top there, and then that's all finished.
Perfect. So, sorry, I'm just taking a swig of water. We're just gonna put a little pin in it there. See what we did there, We're gonna put a pin in there with our wonderful bag, and we're gonna take a close look at these fabrics because loads of you have been going, please, George, can you show us the fabrics? We're gonna do it, right? Get yourself comfy, get relaxed, enjoy yourselves. Scrap paper scissors when you are right, George. Delicious. Mint sauce on me. We are starting off first of all with the wonderful Spring Trees Easter bags and cut out panels. Half the stock has gone on this. I've just noticed there in the bottom, you can just see there underneath the rabbits, the instructions.
Yeah.
Very good. Love that. You're also getting the little chicks, chick, and the little gnome with rabbit ears. What? Again. Yeah, because every gnome has rabbit ears. Guys, again, this is it. Half the stock has gone. You're seeing it there. You can also get the bag handles as well to make your amazing bags with everything there. Don't worry, Becky's going to show you those a little bit later on. We're starting off then with the spring, wonderful Spring Treats Mini Heart Floral Pink. Now, loads of you want to see it open. There it is for you. Now, this is gorgeous. I think it's absolutely stunning. If you come in the close, there's George, come in the close. Ooh. 30% of the stock has gone on this. £6.99, $10.49. A great collection for you. Let me just fold it up nice and neatly because Tracy will kill me. She won't even tell me off. She'll just kill me, guys. She has that effect with people. Then you've also got it in the yellow as well. Again, that wonderful, great design. Those wonderful hints of white coming out in there for you as well. Again, 30% of the stock has gone on this. £6.99, $10.49. It's a great fabric. So much within it as well. I love the little bits of mustard in it as well. It's a great little fabric. And again, so you've got it in pink, you've got it in yellow, and you've also got that in blue as well. Again, another great collection, which, I mean, look at that vibrancy of that blue. It's subtle, but again, it's got a bit of a punch to it. Again, the dark blues in there as well. Again, you've got the whites as well, the little specks. 30% of the stock has gone on this. Remember as well, you're also getting your Club Inspire discount on this. £5.99 in your Club Inspire, $8.39. Starting off here, first of all, with on the one, do you want the yellow first? I've got yellows here. Here we are, the yellows on the bunnies and chicks. Chicken, lay your little egg for me. Whoop, whoop. There you are, a third of the stock has gone. I mean, you can see in detail there, the little rabbits, the little chicks, little eggs, flowers, perfect for spring, perfect for Easter. £6.99, again, that wonderful $10.49 for you today. Then we've also got the wonderful mirrored bunnies, again, another great little collection for you as well. There it is for you, the mirrored bunny and chicks on rose pink. You can see why it's called mirrored, because you can see the little bunnies. There they are. You can just show them. There they are. There they are. They've got a mirror in between them. There's two little bunnies for you. £6.99, $10.49 on that. Again, some great detail in this fabric. Then, I mean, this, I think, is my personal favourite. It is the gnomes on cream. Here are the boys. They've had a day out, and they are having a wonderful day being little gnomes, because what do gnomes do? Get ready for Easter, obviously. There they are. Now, look at the detail on that. There's so much happening within this fabric. A third of the stock has gone. The little rabbits, the little gnomes, again, the little chicks, chickens, flowers. It screams spring. It screams Easter. Again, that great price for you, £6.99, $10.49. You've also got the florals on green. I love it so much. 20% of the stock has gone on this one, guys, already today for you. A brilliant collection, £6.99, $10.49. And that incredible Club Inspire Platinum price, £5.59, $8.39. And then to wrap this wonderful, amazing, brand new collection up of fabrics up for you, it's the florals on the cream. A quarter of the stock has gone, 25%. Again, look at that. What a great little collection that is. Everything here is beautiful. The question is, which one are you going to choose first? Because there are so many great fabrics, and when they're all together, remember as well, they work all well together. You don't necessarily, you know, one's not going to work better with the other. They all work really well alongside each other. Some great, great colours for you there today. Brand new launch, just launching today. If you're wanting them, get them today. We're also starting here with the brand new bag collection as well. Remember, you're getting 13 dies. You're not just getting one size fits all. No. You are getting one of each size within the wonderful demo with the packs as well. You can see it there across the bottom, the small, medium and large across all three of the bags. You've got the box style, the perfect pouches and the wash bag. Remember, you can buy them individually, but if you buy that bundle at £71.95, $83.85, you are getting that 20% saving. Club Inspire Platinum at price is £57.56, $67.08. Right, Becky, how are you doing with your zip over there?
I started trying to sort of preempt what we were going to finish off, but I ended up having to unpick it. So what we've done is we finished that zip piece, and we're going to, I'll just move that zip pull down, so I don't want it to come off the zip. Hold on a second, there we go. So this is the gusset, and so we want to attach the gusset to the zip panel. And then I've got this little edge here, which it looks a little untidy. I've made it all a little bit too big, so I can trim that down. Yeah. So we're going to sew that together, and then we're going to put it around the body of the bag, the actual main panel. So I'm going to put the one that I've done with the zip just to one side, and I've got my lining fabric to one side as well. So I'm just going to put these right sides together, and then I'm going to stitch them. I just didn't stitch them very neatly earlier on.
Okay.
Very rude, very naughty.
Rude. Didn't know that was coming.
So let's put that like that, and then I'm going to just clip that together. And then make sure it's nice and straight. So this is the thing what I was saying before about using our zips on a roll.
Zips on a roll, sorry.
Yeah, you know, you did that a little while ago, and I didn't know what you were talking about. You said it was about foam on a roll.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I just hear that whenever I go and get my zips on a roll.
Zips on a roll.
Yeah.
Basically, Ben Mosby, who you may remember worked here, he's been on holiday for 3 years now. He has a little song. When everyone still mentions foam on a roll, they sing foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll. Hey, you see, so that's what happens. Even Director George was joining in there. And, well, when you zips on a roll, it obviously, we can't leave the soft crafters out, so we have to go zips on a roll, zips on a roll, zips on a roll, zips on a roll, zips on a roll. Hey! Thank you, thank you. Thank you, George. Thank you, George. George, great in my ear as always. You see, and everyone will start singing that in the comments.
In the Commons?
Comments.
Oh,
Sorry.
comments. I thought you were in the Commons, as in like...
The Commons. The Commons will sing it.
All the MPs are singing about zips on a roll.
Order, order.
It takes all sorts. Right, so I've sewn that panel here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim that little piece of the zip off. And this is when you just need to do a little bit of measuring and working out whether everything fits. So
yeah.
I'm going to fold this panel in half, like so. And I'm going to make a little mark here, here, and I'm going to do it this side as well. So these are my heat erasable pens, so it doesn't matter that I'm marking on this lovely fabric. And when I put my bag panel through the die cutting machine, I still have this sort of very sharp crease in it. I leave that in while I'm making the bags because it then shows me exactly where that marking is.
Yeah.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to put this together, wrong sides together, first of all. No, right sides together, like this. And I'm just going to just roughly clip it together. I just want to make sure everything fits and see whether I need to trim any parts of the panel. So I'm just going to do that very quickly. So I'm going to start off by pinning here.
Yep.
In the middle, and I'm just doing this really roughly because you're going to need to do this twice. You're going to need to do it now to make sure everything fits in together, and you need to do it properly when you're about to sew it all together. So
Becca Arnold, you're going to fall out in a minute, mate. She went, good effort, George, but keep your day job. Oh, wow, Rebecca, I thought I did really well. I sang in tune and everything. I was really good.
Were you singing? I thought you'd hurt yourself. I'm only joking. You were very good. You're very good.
I'm going to come over there in a minute, snap your blinking needles. Joking. Dana Gusset, very well done. I won't mess with you, Rebecca. Loads of you saying about your food taste. Pam on YouTube, I have basic girl taste. Not a fan of weird combo though. I put tomato soup on top of my homemade meatloaf. Oh,
that sounds quite nice.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah. No, I think, you know, the homemade tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want a moist loaf, don't you? You don't want a moist, you want a dry meatloaf. You're like, is meatloaf meant to be dry or is it meant to be moist?
I don't know, because
it's a very American thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had meatloaf. I mean, I can imagine what it'd be like. But whenever you talk about the word moist, it reminds me of that episode in Friends. Do you remember?
The Moist Maker.
With the Moist Maker, yeah. And I've been re-watching Friends, and it still makes me laugh.
It is true.
Yeah.
A lot of you saying, where is Ben? Come on, George. It does feel like Ben has been on holiday for 3 years. Tell him to get back to work. I just think he's had time with the kids. I think it's half term, isn't it, here at school holidays. I think he's been on holiday with the kids. How dare he have time with his family? Does he not know this is his family? Crafter's Companions his family. Rebecca Darnell said it was cute. I'll let you off then. Dana Glass, oh my, I loved it, George. Hey, listen, I'm here to entertain. What can I say? I'm here to get you through your crafting days, you know, to just not take life too seriously. It's crafting, is it? The world is a bit weird at the minute, so let's just relax, craft, just enjoy ourselves, have a little sing-song, not take it too seriously.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So you can see here now, I've got a little bit of an overlap here, so I'm going to just trim this piece here. Now, you can always, when you start sort of sewing it together, you will just mean you might have to sort of jig things around. But I'm just going to do it, I've just done it very roughly, as you can see here, around the outside. When I actually here, so I'll just cut that for you.
Loads you get in touch. Grace saying, I love Friends, it's so good. Grace, our wonderful social media superstar today, she says she loves Friends. Who do you relate to most then in Friends? Who do you say, Becky, that you are most like in Friends?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. I think maybe I'm a bit like Joey, a little bit crazy, a little bit. I don't know. Phoebe's quite crazy, isn't she?
Yeah,
I don't know.
true.
I'm not sure. Who would you say I'm more like? Be careful.
Janice. No, I'm joking.
Oh my God!
That's what Janice is.
She's Chandler's girlfriend.
I'm joking. She's gonna kill me. I'm gonna say you're very much like a cross between Phoebe and Monica.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What am I like? Who am I like?
I'd say. I know. I'd say you're more. I say you're more Joey. You know.
You do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think we've all got a little bit of all of them in us, haven't we? And that's why it works. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this whole thing together as a circle, as a band, and then we're going to attach the band to the panel here. So I'm just going to sew these right sides together like we've done before on my machine.
Perfect. Loads of you getting in touch. Loads of you saying, Janice, oh my God. Grace is saying, how dare I call you Janice? But it was a joke. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean that. I love Becky to bits. She's gone, and her makeup's going to start running very, very shortly. She's going to start crying over there in the corner very, very shortly. Guys, have you heard the news? We've got a new schedule coming out next week. Yes, we have. Kicking off. Since I mentioned it, and I can see you getting it ready in the corners, our brand new schedule kicks off on Monday, kicking off on the day 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. So our wonderful Craft Chat and Create and Wake Up Call is still here, a little bit shorter. 10 a.m. till 1 here in the UK, Eastern Time, 5 a.m. till 8 and Pacific, 2 a.m. till 5 a.m. 2 a.m. till 5 a.m. in the morning, and then our afternoons are staying just as long for you, 2 p.m. till 5 here in the UK, 9 a.m. till 12 Pacific Time, 6 a.m. till 9, and every day we're wrapping it up with, as always, 6 p.m. till 9 here in the UK, East Coast, 1 p.m. till 4 Pacific Time, 10 a.m. till 1. Make sure you join us at those times today when I'm going to be back with Craig Lear as we got that brand new launch, that wonderful storage bag. It is incredible. Loads of love for that already today. If you don't know what we're on about, head to the website now. Get ahead of the game because they are flying off the shelves. Scrap Paper Scissors said, I am Ross for sure, insecure and always a day late and $1 short. Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, Scrap Paper Scissors.
I'd love to find out, you know, I know they did that reunion, but I'd love to find out what actually happened to the characters, you know. I mean, I know it's not real. I know it's not real life, but, you know, it'd be nice to find out, you know, how they all worked out. That'd be good to see.
Got to do. Grace still doesn't know who she's like. I'm going to say Grace is like Gunther. No, because obviously Grace is on the socials, and Gunther was the person in the coffee house, looked after all the coffee house, kept them all together in the know. Grace is like that, and she keeps us all together with the socials, bridges that gap between the socials and us. We know what you're thinking, you know what we're thinking, and Grace is the glue which holds them all together. If it wasn't for Gunther, she just put Gunther, ha 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 ha, she'll kill me. But she's like the glue that holds us together. And she bleaches her hair blonde, so you know what I mean? It's the same. You know, I'm having a great day. It's just nice to be. I'm here for a few days now. I'm here all weekend. I'm here till Thursday next week, so I'm here for like the long run. I'm here a lot more than a minute. It's very exciting. Don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm here for a long time. Pammy said, Joe is Chandler, Craig is Monica, Debbie with a Y is Phoebe, Debbie I.E. is Rachel.
Oh.
Craig is Monica.
When he comes in later on, you'll have to ask him to see if he knows. Yeah. He's quite tidy, isn't he? You know, if you saw those photos that he had on his social media for his Christmas, I mean, it was just immaculate. It looked like a show home. So, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that's how it is. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'd quite like to be like Janice. I think, no, she's a definite character, isn't she?
Leopard looks good on you, leopard print.
Yeah? Yeah? How do you know?
I'm sure you've worn leopard before.
I don't think I have, but okay. Right, okay, back to bag making. Oh, we knew it was going to be a crazy show, didn't we?
You're like Rachel, because Rachel wore a Princess Leia costume.
She did, you're right. I'm quite happy for people to think I'm like Rachel. I did used to have the hair a long time ago. I'm quite happy to be Rachel, yeah. So I've clipped the panel, so the zip panel at the top and the gusset at the bottom, and I'm just going to sew all the way around the edge on this. Now, because you're sewing around curves, it's worth being really careful on doing this now and being a bit slow. The thicker you have your fabric, the harder it will be for you to do. So if you've got lots of wadding in there, or if you're using something like Bosal, which is a kind of foam that you can have to make things really, really rigid, that will probably be a bit too thick for this because it's quite a small bag, even though it's the larger one. Bosal's great for like great big tote bags, but if you're going to be doing something this kind of size, you want a medium weight interfacing and a medium weight wadding, I would have said, generally speaking, to put it together. So I'm going to start stitching around the outside, so just sewing around these curves.
Absolutely. Pam says Craig is a huge fan of Friends, and he's definitely a Monica personality-wise.
Oh.
You see, I love Friends, and I've fallen in love with The Office, the USA Office. I've absolutely fallen in love. It's better than the... Personally, for me, the USA Office is better than the UK Office. I'm controversial, but I do think it, and I think you have to. Yeah, a lot of people do like the USA version better. You have to, with the USA version, you have to get past the first season because they did like a shot-for-shot remake of the UK version. So once you get past the first season, it's in its own league. But yeah, so I love the UK version. Don't get me wrong, the UK version is brilliant, but the USA one is absolutely Betty. Is absolutely great. Pammy said Becky, presenter Becky, is Joey, funny, flirty, and cute.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that about Becky. I ran a Vanna. Sorry, I read that wrong. Irina? Is it Irina? Not Irina. Irina, I-R-I-N-A, Vanna. Good morning, George, Becky, and the CTV team. Sorry for saying I ran a Vanna. Sorry. Sherry said, how you doing, Becky? That's what she's put. How you doing, Becky? I've never heard that before. That's a great name. Irina Vanna.
Irina. Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
I'm short-sighted. It doesn't help much. Loads of you get in touch today. Remember, if you've got any sewing questions, Friends, generic questions, garlic questions, Star Wars questions, then Becky is here to answer all of those for you. Again, head to the socials, get involved. Remember, if you want to watch this show back, because why wouldn't you want to watch the show back, you can always save it into your playlist on YouTube and come back and watch it as many times as you wish.
If you had to go on a game show and choose your chosen, like mastermind, your chosen topic for questions, what would you go for?
I'd go for the history of Butlins.
History of Butlins?
Yeah, because I've worked there and I know their history quite well and I had to know it quite well, yeah. Like I know when the first park was opened, I know when, Skegness, and April 16th, 1936.
Do they have a similar kind of thing in the States to Butlins?
Butlins holiday parks?
Yeah.
I don't know, they may have centre park. I mean, the holiday parks, they do have like camps and stuff, and I know they have like centre parks, it's quite big. It was big in the USA and came over here.
When you think of Dirty Dancing and that sort of country house they went to, that sort of reminds me of the kind of, it's like a different type of Butlins, isn't it? But with activities and that kind of thing.
Like a structure.
Yeah. And I think they wore blazers.
They wore blazers, yeah, jackets, yeah. They were coats. Yeah, no, I must do, because the company which owned Butlins, I know they have companies in America. So one of the girls who worked for us was from Canada, from North America. So used to work in the UK. So I think, yes, the holiday parks do exist over there. Not to the extent that we have them here in the UK. Sorry, Grace is saying One Direction, Friends, or Grey's Anatomy for me. Oh. One Direction, is it a TV show?
No, we didn't say it. We said your specialist subjects.
Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry. In One Direction, can you name all 5 members? There's
only one that's important, and that's Harry Styles. Sorry, I know he's the same age as my children, but he is the only one for One Direction for me. He's the only one.
Well, what makes you beautiful? What can I say? Eve B on YouTube said, would be Phoebe. Again, remember, loads of you get in touch. We're not always about crafting. We are about crafting. We like to have a bit of a laugh. Me and Becky especially, we like to have a laugh on here. Grace saying she agrees on the Harry Styles front. Wait till I pop that bubble for you later on. Remember, these brand new bag dies, £71.95, $83.85. Launched today. Again, you remember, in each set, you're getting the 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large. You're not going to have to, I was saying this earlier, you're not just making 3 bags, you're making 9 bags. We were saying earlier, some companies would make you buy each die independently in the different size that you wanted. Well, here we're giving you all 3 sizes for the same price, £71.95, $83.85. You can buy them individually, but you're getting 20% saving. In theory, you're getting one for literally a couple of pennies in that deal today. Remember, your Club Inspire discount does apply at £57.56, $67.08.
I'm still stitching, sorry.
That's all right.
It's stitching around these curves is quite tricky.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to move everything around.
No pressure. Nobody.
No pressure, Becky. Just hurry up.
Yeah. Just someone counting your ear. Just like, and you got 30 seconds. Like, oh my goodness, like sweat pouring off you and everything. Remember as well, we've got loads more deals. We've got another 2 hours of crafting fabrics and me and Becky. What could possibly go wrong in the next 2 hours?
Plenty.
Everything could possibly go wrong.
Yeah. So. As you can see, I haven't quite stitched that bit properly, but that would be how you would put that together. And then you would turn it round this way, so you've got it all outside. So I'll restitch that bit here. Now you just need to add your other part of your bag, and you do it in exactly the same way. So this is the part, bless you.
Thank you.
This is the part with your zip enclosure in it. So you do it in exactly the same way, but when you're sewing it, or before you start sewing, you unzip this here. And then that means when you put it together and you put your lining in, your lining you leave a little gap in between your lining and you turn everything inside out, so that will make the whole of the bag.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to restitch that little bit there, which I've missed, around that little edge here. But that's essentially how you'll put the bag together. And you can see how pretty it is. Having the different colour lining really does make everything pop. And I think these kind of little bags with this beautiful fabric really are a lovely item. Now, the ones that we've got, that George has got, are made with our So Boho fabric. And you can see how different they look by having a sort of more vibrant kind of pattern fabric there versus something that's a little bit more muted. But really, really great for, I was saying earlier, that's just the right size for a muffin. No, not a cupcake, because you get icing on the zip. So a muffin.
Yeah, absolutely. Rebecca was asking if we've got samples of them. I'll show you them very, very quickly. Remember, you get the different sizes. You're getting the small, medium and large. Here we are again. You're starting off first of all with the incredible box style. They're the different sizes in the box style. You've also, as well, got it here with the incredible, which one is this one? The wash bags. Yes, they're the 3 different sizes of the wash bags. Again, it's got a zip that goes all the way around. Thank you, Tracy. In here for you. Again, brilliant wash bag for you. You can buy them individually, guys. And then also you've got here the perfect pouches, like a kangaroo, here for you as well on that wonderful size. Again, a great size. And you can put the zips in as many times as you want. You might want to put one zip on the back. Again, perfect for whatever you need them for. They're the different sizes. Remember, we'll show you those throughout the show. Pammy, Zane, Niall, Louis, Harry and Liam. My daughter is I swear she talked and still talks about them non-stop, One Direction. And again, Pam's just gone, I think Ben is a bit of Dr. Richard Burke, Tom Selleck on Friends. Ben is a pretty good mixture of the Friends cast. When he had that moustache, he did indeed. Guys, loads of great deals for you, loads of great offers for you in this show. We are getting ready with so much more in the Soft Side Live. Don't forget, we've got Save a Stitch for you as well a little bit later on. We're going to quick VT, head to the website, crafterscompanion.com.au, see everything coming up in this show. Shop the show, we'll see you shortly.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Yes, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name's George Akid. Happy Friday. It's the weekend, guys. Officially, we're going to say it's the weekend. Remember, loads of deals for you, and it's the softer side of life. We're taking a look at our wonderful soft crafting. Every Friday, we dedicate 3 hours to softer crafting, fabrics, felting, knitting, whatever your crafting is in the soft side of life, and we are doing it for you now. And now is a great show, joined by the wonderful Becky Sworn over there with a pen behind her here. Have you ever seen Tim Vine do pen behind his ear? YouTube that if you want a good laugh. Pen behind the ear. We are now looking at the Bad Making Positioning Tool Collection. A great saving, 20% off. You're getting so much within this little bundle here for you. You are getting it $36.99. $42.50. Becky, what are we getting here within this collection? What are we getting here today?
So you're getting the zip insertion tool, which is the one that I showed you earlier on, which is really, really useful, not just for bag making, but whether you're doing sort of tailoring, all sorts of things, wherever you want to put a zip in. It just makes everything a lot easier. You can use a ruler and do it all by yourself, but actually this is the tool if you're going to be putting plenty of zips in and doing lots of bags. It just makes everything so much easier. And then you've got your create a corner, so that allows you to make multiple different sizes and different types of corners, ideal for bags. So we were talking earlier on about bags where you might have a gusset, or might be sort of quite the gusset is very sort of square, so things stand upright. These are really good for making sure that you get nice corners there. But you can use it again for all sorts of things. Great for patchworking when you're finishing off doing some binding or things like that. And then the final one is the positioning ruler. Now this is really, really useful for just making sure that you've got things in the right place. So great if you've got a bag and you're looking for where you're going to put your snap fasteners and making sure it's all centrally located. I sound like I'm an estate agent, centrally located. located, but you know what I mean. But it was also really useful if you're going to be making a jacket, or even if you're knitting and you've got a cardigan and you just want to make sure all of your buttons are in the right place. That's a really good ruler because of the way it's laid out. It doesn't look like your normal kind of ruler. It sort of starts in the middle and works outwards.
Absolutely. £36.99, $42.50, a saving of 20%. Next, we are looking at our sewing offer of the week, which is this great deal here. Everything here, what a brilliant collection this is. You're paying for the Threader Quilting Starting Kit, which includes the wonderful mat, it includes the rotary cutter, and it also includes a ruler. That's what you're paying for. Everything else is coming free. What is coming free? You're getting the storage tool tidy, the heat erasable pens, and you're also getting 10 quilting clips absolutely free. £34.99, $44.95, a saving of over 35%. Head to the website for that. Guys, we've also got the wonderful alphabet collection, the quilting. We were showing this last week, myself and Debbie Robinson, with this on her paper crafting. And actually, some people have never seen these dies because actually they are multimedia dies. We're doing a multimedia masterclass. These are multimedia dies, and obviously we've only really ever shown these in Soft Side Life. A lot of people going, oh my goodness, they can be used in papercraft. Of course they can, and they are a great size letter. Incredible price as well, available individually, $39.99, $43.96. This is your uppercase. You've also as well got your lowercase available for you again, a 20% saving of that, £31.99, $35.96. Alternatively, or including, you may want to go for the numbers. These are all back in stock. If you missed out, you need to get them now. We were saying they sold out last time they were launched. $23.99, $27.96 for the numbers, all available for you on the website individual. And we've also got the Builder Block of the Week. It's here for you, the Bejeweled Delights. Yes, it is the 5 different elements at £24.49, $27.96. That incredible saving, 5 different dies here, which means, again, you're able to make these incredible designs. Remember, multimedia dies as well. £19.59, $22.37 in your Club Inspire. Loads of you getting in touch today. Loads of you saying hello. It's great to have you here with us wherever you are in the world. Remember, if you've got any questions for the wonderful Becky, may sewing, soft crafting, friends, garlic, whatever it may be, real estate, hey, Becky's the person. Get involved with today's show below Facebook and YouTube. Grace is on the socials. Right, Becky, what are you going to do for us next?
I did work in real estate, actually.
That's why I said it.
Yeah.
I know.
So I thought I'd show you what the builder block system looked like. So we've had these before. So these ones are designed by Karen Lewis. So Karen Lewis is a textile artist, and we had some by Joe Avery and some by Karen Lewis, and they both work together, and they're sort of very sort of well-respected, world-renowned quilters. So if you look at their website, you'll be able to see the type of things that they're doing. Now, what they've produced for us here, or what Karen's produced for us here, are a set of dies to be used to make these kind of designs. So in the pack, you will get the dies, and you will also get your little booklet, which has all the information in order for you to make these 3 different projects. And each of our designer builder block systems work in the same way. We always give you 3 projects for you to do. So if I flip it over, you'll see, you can see all the details about the kind of fabric, how much fabric for each project that you need. So we are sort of, we're not leaving you high and dry just with the dies and telling you to get on with it. We are sort of taking you through each step, so you'll be able to make the bag or the quilt or the table runner. If I show you what they look like in real life, so you don't have to look at them from the screen, you can see that this is the table runner here. So this has been made with just plain colours, and you can see how effective that looks. Yeah. And now that's just using the same dies as the bag, which looks in itself very different. So if I hold that up there, you can see that there's the same shapes, but they're just used in a different way to make a different kind of item. So this is quite a good size bag for you to fill up with all of your picnicky kind of stuff. And then finally we've got the quilt, which again, we're using all the same colours, but they still look different because the layout of using these actual shapes is slightly different. Now, one of the key things we have with our multimedia dies is one of the key sort of selling points, I suppose, for want of a better term, is the fact that you are going to be getting accurate shapes. And these aren't shapes that necessarily you'll be able to cut particularly easy if you're doing them by hand or if you're using a rotary cutter. This shape in itself, this is like the proper jewel kind of shape that I think of. This is, whilst it's, you know, it's equal, no, it's, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, it's the same each side.
No, equilateral?
You know what I mean. You know, yeah, it's like a mirror image. It's still difficult to get all these angles, and to get all the angles correct for each part so they fit in perfectly is really, really tricky. Now you'll notice at the points of these, you don't have points at the end of these triangles, and that's deliberate. We've made sure that we sort of cut these off at the edge. When you sew a shape like a triangle together, you'll get your points together, and you'll almost have like an overlap, an overhang of fabric that you would then sort of trim off. But we've eradicated that need by putting this little sort of sharp edge at the end of each point of the triangles. And it just means that when you put everything together and using your 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, it should all match up as long as you're sort of stitching and keeping to that seam allowance there. So we've tried to make it as simple as possible for you to use. And because these are multimedia dies, they are deep, and so you'll be able to cut multiple layers of fabric in one go. So you'll be able to lay up all of your fabric, pop it onto your Gemini, put it through your machine, and then you can start putting everything together once you know everything's been cut out nice and easily. So if I show you what your booklet will look like, you'll have in here the details of the grain line. Now, I always mention this because I think it is a really key thing, and not everybody sews, so not everybody knows what the grain line means. And that has to do with how the fabric is laid out onto on a piece of on a pattern. So a fabric is made almost at right angles. So you've got straight lines of thread going up, and then you've got other lines of thread going from left to right. The grain line is you wanting everything going, that sort of line going straight up. So for example, if I show you on a piece of fabric, if I use a piece here, I can see from my fabric here, so this is some of the pastel fabric we had when we had the teddy bears. I've got a selvage edge here. So this is the edge that's been attached to the loom when it's been sewn together. So you've got all the fabric going up and down, the threads going up and down, and then you've got the other fabric sort of weaving in and out here. So I know that's nice and straight. But I could be using a little scrap of fabric that I found, and I don't know where the grain line is. So the best way of doing that is to give it a pull. So if I pull it up this way, there's a little bit of stretch here. But if I pull it this way, there's quite a lot more stretch.
Yeah.
So that's how I know the stretch goes from the left and the right, and then the lack of stretch goes from up and down. So I know that this is my grain line going this way. So when I put my fabric through my Gemini and I lay out my dies, you can see how you want these to lay out. So these are quite easy in this one because everything is straight. But you may find with some other ones, they want you to have things going at a different angle. And it's important for you to do because fabric stretches depending on how it's being cut. So that is sort of something that I mention each time, and I'm sorry if you've heard it before or you already knew about it, but actually it's really quite useful. Then as you go through the little booklet, it will show you how many you need to cut of each shape and how the block goes together. Now with these shapes, because they are equilateral, whatever the word is, symmetrical, that's the word I'm looking for. As they're symmetrical, you won't need to worry too much about things being fabric facing the right way up, whereas you would have to if things aren't so symmetrical. The only time you might need to sort of look at things like that, you'll see here you have little asterisks to tell you whether fabric needs to be upright, the pattern needs to be upright or down. But all of the information is detailed here. And it tells you step by step how to put the pieces together in order to create the block. Now this is really quite useful because if you just go and start stitching it together the way you think, they aren't going to go together quite the right way. So I've already pre-cut my pieces. So if I show you what I've done, so I've got this sort of large gem shape here.
Nice.
So I've got that one here, and then I've got, let's have a look, what other pieces have I got here? I've got this one, which is a trapezium. Is that a trapezium? Is that what it's like?
You're testing me now, aren't you?
I am, aren't I? Do we remember anything from maths lessons? I used to hate maths lessons.
Pythagoras' theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. That's all I remember.
No, I don't really remember. And my children sort of say they're quite embarrassed by the fact that I don't know very much maths. They're very good at maths and I'm terrible at maths. So you've got these little triangles that go over here So that makes that first sort of point over here. Then that one would be the next one. And then you've got little triangles that sew together here, like so. So, and then you put everything together. So I'm going to start by putting, stitching things together now. So if I just move these out of the way.
Yep.
Now what we find is, because we've already taken into account the seam allowance, when you put your pieces of fabric against each other, so we're going for right sides together here, you can see that everything matches up. So if I use my 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, when I fold everything back up, like so, all these lines are going to be in line. So as long as you're sort of accurate with your 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, everything should match up beautifully. Now I've used a mixture of our fabrics that we've got on the show today, and also the other ones. These are plain pastel fabrics that we had with the teddy bears that we had a few weeks ago. I just thought they worked really well together. So I'm just going to stitch.
Here she goes. Lewis Hamilton there on the sewing machine.
It's one of those things, because you're sewing, I've got so used now to sewing upright, so sewing while standing up, which is a really quite a natural thing to do, but you know, it's what we do all the time.
Yeah.
So you can see here, you've just got a nice straight line here. And I've already sewn this one together, so those, sorry, losing my voice now. You can see there's two little triangles on that part here.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to sew my pink triangles together. Just going to make sure I've got them around the right way. So I want one that way, and I want one that way. And again,
Lovely.
if I put them together, like so, you can see I'm matching them up, and I've got that little notch, or that little piece just taken out there. So when I stitch my 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, that'll be exactly at that point of the triangle.
Perfect. Loads of coming around. If you've got any questions that you want to ask the wonderful Becky, get involved with the show. Remember, if you want to know what you need to do, maybe what the right stitch, maybe you're having a problem and you're not sure how to fix it regarding sewing, not just like, you know, I've got some plaster that's come off the wall. Actually, I imagine you're quite good at DIY around the house, Becky.
I am.
Are
Yeah,
you?
I am. Yeah, I like a bit of DIY.
But do it yourself?
Yep.
Yep.
I prefer it when someone else does it,
Oh, of course.
but you know, I will do a bit of DIY.
Yeah. I mean, I learned how to wallpaper via YouTube.
That's quite tricky, learning to wallpaper.
And it was hard wallpaper. It was Marvel comic book strip wallpaper.
Oh.
Yeah. I was 19, all right? I was living my best life.
Oh, I thought it was like recently.
No,
I thought that's what you were going to say. That's what you have in your bedroom now.
Yeah.
No.
My little dinosaur bedding. You're laughing at it. I put dinosaur bedding, wouldn't you?
No, I've sewn those pieces together.
What? A grown man cannot have dinosaur bedding. Don't.
Not unless you're Ross from Friends.
Oh, back
I
to
reckon
Friends.
he did have dinosaur bedding.
When Ben used to live in the house, when Ben was not moved up here, his bedding was Avengers.
Oh, that's quite cool though, isn't
Not
it?
even
Avengers?
joking. I'm sure it was Avengers. Or Paw Patrol. I can't remember. It's one of the cartoons.
Paw Patrol, that's quite embarrassing. You know, Avengers I could understand, but yeah, Paw Patrol, I think, you know, that's...
They had to save the day, all right? Chase Marshall and Sky and Rubble and Rocky, they're all there.
I don't know what you're talking about, but...
The Paw Patrol gang.
I don't watch Paw Patrol.
I've worked with Paw Patrol.
Pardon?
I've worked with them.
Really?
Yeah.
And do they save the day?
They save the day every day. They're great at set of dogs. Puppies.
Okay. There used to be a cartoon on...
Don't okay me like I'm weird.
There used to be a cartoon on with... they were called Wonder Pets. I don't know if anyone remembers those. They were... I'm going back to the whole rodent things, but they were rodents that were superheroes.
What is it with you and
I
rodents?
know, it's really weird. So I'm going to put these two pieces together now. I'm going to go back to my work. So I'm going to sew those together, and then I'm going to put that piece together as well. And then I'm going to sew them to the bits I've already done, and hopefully we'll have a completed block for you.
Do you like rodents your thing or something? Because every time we work together, we get to talk about gerbils, we wear hats, we talk about rodents, we talk about everything.
Do you know, I don't think anybody could ever work out what we were going to be talking about, because it's just all completely random, isn't it?
Because there was not a plan for this show. We
No.
just, you know, Georgina just trusts us to go, yeah, do what you need to do. Talk about what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
We never go off topic. We never go off topic. We always keep it on brand. we laugh at it. We never do anything wrong.
No,
we always
never.
get it right first time.
Yeah.
Loads of love today. Susie's now on the socials. She's gone. Susie now.
Was it the Gunther comment that
It was
just
the gun
says,
that you went for enough of this.
she's like, right, I'm going home now.
going
I'm
home
going
now.
to have a coffee.
Susie's here. Susie T in New Orleans. Yes, she's with us today. Not here physically because she's in New Orleans.
Oh.
Power's in today.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Love it. Great. It's on the socials. I remember Wonder Pets, but I think it was my daughter, Susie says.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch it, but I do remember, I think it was my children as well, Wonder Pets.
What was your favourite TV show as a kid?
I liked Jamie and the Magic Torch, but you won't remember that because you're
I
very
know Jamie
young.
and the Magic Torch, I did.
I used to love Jamie and the Magic Torch, that was great. But then you watch it back and you think, actually, it's not quite as good as I remember it to be. But then that's the problem. We get older and then you watch things back and you think, oh, this isn't funny anymore.
Like me and you. We'll watch this back in 5 years' time, like, we thought we were hilarious there and I was crafting away.
Yeah.
And look at us now.
I think we might look back on this later on today and think, oh, that wasn't that funny.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. Hilarious we are. We'll win awards one day. We'll give them to each other, but we'll win them awards.
I'm just stitching together those little pieces I've put together, and that makes sort of part of our block here. So I've not given anything an iron, which obviously is, the thing that you should be doing. I've just been finger pressing these. So I'm now going to sew these two pieces together. So these are ones that I've already sewn earlier on. But you can see how different these look with these kind of muted colours, these kind of florals and pastels, versus those quite defined and sort of dramatic colours that we had on the samples, and those blues and those pinks. But you can, you really sort of make it your own when you're doing this. I'll just stitch this together.
On it goes. Susie said my favourite was Scooby-Doo. It still holds up. See, I was telling you the other day, I was one of my acting jobs, Scooby-Doo Live. I was the bad guy. Hate to spoil it for you. Yes, I did. I got to say them famous lines. Get with it too, everyone forget meddling kids. Happy days.
Did they have Scrappy-Doo in the live show?
Like Scrappy.
No, was it just, it was just official.
Scrappy-Doo. Yeah. Hey dear.
And what did they have as the Scooby Snacks?
Scooby Snacks. They had Scooby Snacks. Real life Scooby Snacks.
Real life Scooby Snacks.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could get real life Scooby Snacks.
Oh, if you know Scooby-Doo, you can do.
Ah.
Scooby-Doo can do. Get Scooby Snacks. Scooby Snacks. Yeah. Shaggy was there. Had a great time. Well, I did. I worked on Scooby-Doo Live. I was on Scooby-Doo Live.
Where was it?
Touring.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. I was the bad guy.
Was it the same story each night?
Yeah. And surprise, surprise, no one worked out it was me.
Yeah.
And you think by the 15th show, they're going, oh, it's the same. It's the guy who owns the theme park. Of course it is.
Isn't it always?
All the fun of the scare. See what we did there?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I was a cowboy. I had to wear these little jeans, not little jeans, but they were tight after a few washes, and the cowboy boots, and then I had like a little cowboy shirt on. And that little tie thing that cowboys wear, like a really thin lace around the neck.
Do they though? Do the cowboys really wear that, or is that just like the way the society said like everyone that's English has to wear a bowler hat?
I don't know. I had to wear one, and I wore a cowboy hat. I've got a big head, so the hat didn't fit me. I looked more like Laurel Hardy. But yeah, I was a cowboy in my little jeans and walk on. Look what that was. With them little boots, little cowboy boots. They were great, but the comfiest shoes I've ever worn. And they had a great little Cuban heel on them.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Sounds like it was something we should have all seen. Maybe we should have. Can we find it on YouTube?
Possible.
That's what I'll be doing on my journey home. YouTubing you dressed in your cowboy boots doing a Scooby-Doo live.
The hours will fly by.
They will.
Tell you that for free.
So you can see here, I've put that all together.
Yeah.
So if I hold up the sample again, so you can see what that looks like there. So you can see how different they look Now they've been sort of put together sort of in a different way, but you get a different feeling by using these sort of bold colours, bold plain colours versus something sort of more floral. But these are designs that we would historically find quite difficult if you were doing them by yourself with a rotary cutter and a template. So using the builder block system does make this really quick and easy for you to create something like this.
It really does. It's the builder block of the week. Here for you, today's you've dropped it. Here's for you today at that great price, £24.49, $27.96, one of that great saving. And your Clue Inspire price as well, £19.59, $22.37. Loads of you loving the fabrics that are launching today. Loads of you loving those. Let's take a quick recap back at the fabrics. Remember, starting off first of all with the Easter bags and cutouts as well. Everything is here within this fabric. Perfect for you to cut everything out. You've got it all that you're going to need. The rabbits, the eggs, the gnomes with rabbit ears, the chickens and the rabbits. Plus you also get in the bag straps as well. It's a great collection for you. You can just see me hiding behind it. There it is. It's a great little collection for you. There for you. Guys, 60% of the stock has gone. If you are wanting this, please, please, please do not sit on it because it could sell out. It's launching and nearly sold. And I'd hate for you to miss out on this today because it is a great collection and you can see why there's so much within it. Also, the different fabrics we've got for you today. I know that some of you are asking to open this out. Remember, you can watch back on the show. We'll open them out for you a little bit later on as well. Starting off, first of all, with the pink heart floral. Again, a third of the stock has gone on this wonderful pinks for you. You've also got the yellows as well. Again, a great collection, £6.99, $10.49, price per the half the metre. You've got it in yellow, you've got it in pink, and you've also got it in blue as well. Another great deal for you there for you as well. For Easter, you may want to go here for you on this wonderful, the beautiful little bunnies and chicks on yellows. A great little deal and a great little design here. Wow, what a nice little Easter collection this is. Eggs, rabbits, everything there for you. You've also as well got the mirrored rabbits on the pink for you. The mirrored rabbits, the mirrored chicks on that wonderful rose pink for you today. This is proving popular today. It's the gnome. Look at this. This is just a third of the stock has gone. The spring gnomes on cream. You can see why it's so popular today. Let me hold it that way for you so you can see all the detail there for you. That can be yours today. A third of the stock has gone, so please do not sit on that if you're wanting to get it. You've also got the wonderful floral on green. Again, another great collection. I mean, even from a distance you can see, and you've just seen Becky using it there, how good that fabric is. And then you've also got it here for you today in that wonderful cream as well for you, the spring cream. All priced £6.99, $10.49. Great collection, great set of deals for you, and a wonderful price as well on Club Inspired. Save a Stitch. Love Save a Stitch. Guys, let me show you some of the great deals that we've got for you in Save a Stitch. We're starting off first of all with the Hawaiian dies. Hawaiian dies at £23.50, $27.50. What a humongous saving this is for. You're getting a huge, huge saving on this wonderful bundle here for you today. Starting off here with the wonderful Hawaiian Applique. Then you've also got the wonderful, another one here for you, this great tea leaf. Again, when you've got these in that four corners there for you, it's perfect. You've also got the breadfruit as well, and you've also got the hibiscus as well. At £23.50 and again $27.50. I would love to see some samples on this amazing collection because what a huge saving this is. £23.50, $27.50. You're getting an 80% saving on this. I've never seen such a huge saving. And you've also got your Club Inspired discount on that as well. £18.80, $22. Becky, these are a great set of dies. And when used together, you can create some amazing things, can't you? You
absolutely can. And they are so effective. So this is the pineapple die. You can see how that looks there. So we've just cut these with bonder web on the back of it, or you can cut them on with your fabric and then spray them and adhere them onto things. Now my mum absolutely loves these. Now this is a big quilt, this is a big wall hanging, and it's using all of those different colours. So they're so effective, aren't they?
It's huge.
It's massive. Now these kind of shapes, these kind of, the way these are cut out, so you fold your fabric into quarters and then you place your die on the folds, and so you get this, this shape here. But these really are kind of, I've seen some sort of Turkish quilts in the past that look very much like this. They have this kind of look to them. You can make something very, very quickly by using these dies, and it looks so effective, doesn't it?
I just came over for a close look, so I was like, I want that in my life.
Yeah,
I want
it's
that.
lovely. I think they're really effective, and they're such a good price. I mean, like I said, my mum has asked for these in every colour. She's asked me to cut them out for her. She's made a load of cushions using these. They're just really effective and simple. Look, that's just a white background, one of these cut out. They've just been stitched around the outside here, and then some binding put around the outside. And it's done. But no one is going to know, no one's going to realise, you know, that you haven't spent hours drawing this out, cutting it all by hand. They're not going to know it's taken 9 seconds to go through the die cutting machine, and it's all been done for you.
Absolutely, and it's like magic. That's what I love about it so much. Rhonda's just asking a little question actually about the builder block system. I'm a little confused about the builder block system. I have both the original and the plus. Are these separate ones different from what's in the boxes?
Yes, they are. So these ones are, because they've been designed specifically by one of these textile designers. They are unusual shapes. You'll be able to see, if you look on the website, there'll be photographs of the individual dies, and you can see that they're not going to be the kind of dies you've already got in that builder block system. They are quite unique in the angles and the way that they laid out. And when you look at the projects you can make with them, they are quite they're sort of quite detailed. Because you've got these unusual angles, you're going to be able to create shapes and designs that perhaps you've never thought about doing before because they're too tricky. So these actually sort of, they're standalone products, but they can be used in conjunction with your normal builder block system. But they're definitely worth having as well as a normal builder block and the builder block plus.
Absolutely. Guys, remember, if you like Rhonda, any questions, get in touch. Great deals for you in Saver Stitch Stone with this as well. The bag making. We've got a lot of bag making stuff for you. But again, so many great deals. You're saving yourself 65%. You're paying for one, you're getting two absolutely free. Starting here at $29.99, $39.95. Great selection for you. You're starting off with the reversible pocket tote bag. Again, you've also going to get the Savvy shopping bag, and you're also going to get the vintage clutch bag as well. You're paying for one, you're getting these two absolutely free. That great deal for you, £29.99, $39.95. Again, a brilliant collection and a great deal on the Club Inspire as well. What a great deal this is, Becky.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to play with these yet, but I love the idea of being able to have a reversible bag. For me, I love a bag with really cool lining, and how, you know, that's just so much better to be able to have a bag that you can use in so many different ways. So you could have one using some of our glitter fabric maybe for, you know, a going out kind of bag, but then turning it around the other way and using it for an everyday kind of bag. It's a little bit like a Jaeger Le Couture watch. Have you seen those?
Hello, check you out.
Yeah,
You spoke French.
you know what I mean about a Jaeger Le Couture? So Jaeger Le Couture watches have different faces.
Right.
So you can have like a nighttime face on your watch, and you sort of flip it over, or you have a daytime one. And traditionally they were used by polo players, and the watch would flip over and it would be covered so it didn't get damaged while they were playing polo. But you can have like a daytime watch and an evening watch, and it's just the same thing, flip it round. So these are the Jaeger Le Couture version of handbags, I reckon. That's what I think. So you can see they're really clever, being able to just turn them inside out and have a different looking bag. And I think that's a really cool thing to do. I love that idea.
And if you spill something inside, you can clean it really quickly.
Yeah, exactly. I like the idea of being able to use it in lots of different ways. So again, you know, if you've got beautiful lining, you want to show it off, don't you?
Yeah.
And that one looks really good either way. So yeah, these are definitely worth popping in your bag, especially at that price.
Absolutely. Rosalind's got a question. Is the Crafter's Companion Stabiliser similar to starch spray?
No, I wouldn't say so. So the stabiliser, I would, starch spray I always think of when you're going to be spraying shirts and you want them nice and crisp. I would say the stabiliser is heavier and sort of more rigid than that. So it would depend the kind of thing that you wanted to use it for. But I think if you're just going to be using it for starching shirts, you want your shirts looking nice and crisp, I wouldn't use the stabiliser. I think it's going to be too harsh for your items. And I think it would be, you know, it'd almost look like your shirts were made out of cardboard when you put them on.
There you are. So again, full of knowledge. Guys, we've also got some great deals for you on the bobbins and holders, clamps for you today. You're paying for the holders, you're getting the clamps absolutely free. 20 within each here for you today. Guys, these are going to be able to keep you nice and organised, nice and steady. £12.99, $16.95. How do these work then, Becky?
I got these recently, and I think they're brilliant because I have lots of blue thread, different shades of blue, and I always found that I was losing the bobbin that had the right colour thread. So you would have your thread, and then you pop this one into the middle of your thread, and then you pop your bobbin on the top here, and the little clip here, and then everything's kept together, so you're making sure that you're keeping your bobbin and your normal spool of thread all together. Really useful. I don't know how I've lived so long without these because they are a godsend for me.
Absolutely. Tracy, if you want to come in here and make some more noise, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much. What's she like, eh? What's she like, eh? Guys, all great deals for you on the stencils as well. I never think of stencils within fabric, but of course they are for you here today. Looking at this great collection of humongous the quilting stencils. Again, 10 different elements in here for you today at that great price at £13.04, $16.20. You're getting the medallion, the borders, and you're also getting the 12x12 geometric as well, a saving of over 70%. Club Inspire Platinum price, £10.43, $12.96. And also, tools galore for you. This great collection within here for you today. I mean, tools, you're getting scissors, you're getting glues, you're getting pens, you're getting the wonderful fabric glue, textile glue, which works because I got my jeans fixed by that. Again, a great collection. The glue, don't get the glue. Oh, the glue separately. It was next to it, I'm sorry. But guys, you want to get the glue while you're there. What you're going to get, let me start again. You can get the binding tool, again, used so many times. You're going to get the wonderful tool tidy. You're going to get the curved scissors. You're going to get the quilting clips, and you're going to get the fabric pens as well here for you. I mean, look at you all organised over there with your little tool tidy. Look how organised you are.
Look what you could have won.
What a perfect little starter kit for you as well, guys. A great little collection, saving over 25% for you today. Club Inspire price as well, and we've got so much more for you in the next hour and 10 minutes on Soft Side Life. We'll see you back shortly.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Poke tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Poke tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Poke tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
How you doing? Happy Friday. Welcome back to Crafters TV. My name's George Akid. Happy Friday, people. We've got some great shows for you. Don't forget, coming up a little bit later on, 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Myself and Craig are going to be launching that brand new tidy bag, which is just incredible. So much you can put in it. Becky was saying she can put keys in it. That's always great. You know, you've got so many keys. You want to keep them nice and safe. Absolutely. Don't forget as well, we've got a brand new schedule starting for you on Monday, and as well, don't forget 20% off on storage and tidiness online. Spring is just around the corner. I can feel it in my bones. We're giving you some great deals and savings on that. Head to the website to get nice and organised across until Monday, guys. 20% off for such a craft storage online for you. Get yourself spring cleaning. We're talking about the Applique alphabets today, aren't we, Becky? We are indeed. What's your favourite letter of the alphabet?
B.
Great. We're looking at here, we're starting off with the uppercase letters for you. All 26 letters you get in here. A to Z, A to Z. You're getting all 26. We're not going to leave you out, you know, because we like you. I like you and I together forever and ever. Again, some great deals for you here. £39.99, $43.96. Maybe you want to go for the lowercase. There you are for today. That's how you do it in like lowercase alphabet. You can do the alphabet, do it in lowercase. $31.99, $35.96. Save yourself 20%. That's a huge saving. Do you know what you're getting? You're getting the vowels absolutely free there for you. And the Club Inspire Platinum price, $25.99, $28.77. And you also can get as well today, you can get the numbers and the wonderful punctuation for you. A huge saving again, $23.99, $27.96. Do you know what I'm in the mood for, Becky? I'm in the mood for a little bit of bunting.
Oh, okay.
What are you going to make for me?
I'm going to make you bunting.
I love it. Let's do it.
It's almost like we planned what we were going to say,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
It's like we know what we're doing. It's like we're experts in our field.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people are left outstanding in the field, and I'm just, well, just me. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we're using the multimedia dies. So like you say, you can use these for paper craft as well, use them for all sorts of things. These are really tough. These are really, take the A, you can see how sturdy these are. They're not going to break, they're not going to warp. So you're going to be able to cut multiple layers of fabric, be able to cut out fabric that's thicker than normal, so thicker than cotton, maybe some leather or some cork. You could be able to cut cards. I haven't tried them with things like construction cards, but I'm sure that they would be
yeah,
going
because
to
we
go
did
through.
the mixed media masterclass, myself and Debbie Robinson, last weekend, I want to say, and we used these dies, and we were using craft card, we were using thickest cardstock. They're a perfect die for those perfect things. Have a look back on the YouTube, to find those wonderful shows. Just type in Debbie Robinson mixed media or multimedia. You'll find that great show that was there for you.
So they really are very useful, and we've had I've got a couple of samples that I'll show you in a little bit. We've got some great things like you could do sort of big kind of like balls and cubes to give to children with letters of the alphabet, maybe making one of those sort of play quilts for. So these are a really my die cutting machine. So I've got fabric plate, I've got my fabric, and I've got my die, and I'm going to place that same sandwich over the top and run it through my machine. So what I thought we would do today is that I think we should have bunting out more. And down my road, when the pandemic sort of started and everyone was at home, we had lots of bunting out. And I say we. Somebody said it would be a good idea to put some bunting out, and I went and bought a whole load of different pieces of bunting. So we had bunting all the way down our street for quite a few months until it ended up looking quite tired. But actually, I think bunting is something that is worth having, you know, for parties and things like that. It's certainly something that brightens the days up, doesn't it? Having some bunting. So I'm just getting my...
And it can be quite expensive as well, can't it? Especially with the personalised thing. Yeah,
it can do. And one of my cousins got married a few years ago, and all my aunts made bunting for them to have decorating the hall. And actually, it's done really well because we've borrowed it for loads of other parties and things like that. And you can use up all your fabric scraps as well, so that makes it really good. So on this piece of fabric that I ran through the die cutting machine, I actually put some fusible, some Bonder web here. So this is the fusible kind of paper that you iron onto the back, and then you then use your iron to adhere that to your fabric. So you can use any of our sprays, but I had a little bit of a cough the other day, and I thought actually I'll use something that doesn't involve a spray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using some of this fabric, and I've taken a piece of fabric at the top. Now I will just grab my little mat here so I can tell you what the dimensions are in case anybody wants to replicate this. So the piece down here is 5.5 inches by 4, or 4, and then the piece at the top was 5.5 inches by 3. And so I've just stitched those across here. And then I've cut another piece of fabric roughly the same size, and that's going to be the back of the fabric. So I'm going to place these two together, so right sides together, like so. Just line them up, and I'm going to pop a couple of pins in them. Now I just drew out a little kind of flag shape out of a piece of paper. Out of a piece of card. You could use, we were saying about those dies before. If I can find where I've put the die, I'll have a look for that in a moment. But that big kind of gem-shaped die, which I think would work really well being used as bunting. Or you could just use a diamond, or not a diamond, what's the word I'm looking for? A triangle. But I thought this kind of shape looked quite good, and it was something a little bit different. So I know here, where this mark is here, this little fold, that's where I want the stitch line of my other piece of fabric to show. So I'm going to use my heat erasable pen, and I'm just going to draw around the outside of here, like so, and I'm going to stitch around here and then turn it the right way round. So I'm just doing this very, very simply. So I've obviously got my letters that I've already cut out. And I'm going to, once I've turned this round and stitched it, I'm going to fuse my letters onto my little flags here.
Lovely. Very exciting.
There's something, well, we've got the Jubilee coming up, haven't we?
Absolutely.
So, everyone's going to be having, bunting everywhere. Maybe that can be a new job for people. They may think, oh, actually, I'm going to start making bunting for people.
Why not celebrate? We need to celebrate at the minute, don't we? We need to, just things to keep positive at the moment, and just it's something to look forward to the Jubilee, I think.
Absolutely, and we've got an extra bank holiday, so what's not to love?
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's lots of things going on for the Jubilee.
Yeah, bank holiday galore.
And I think they're trying to get people to do lots of street parties, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like they used to.
Yeah, back in the day.
We will definitely have one in our street.
Where do you live, Becky?
I live in West London.
Very nice.
So not very far from Heathrow Airport, really.
Okay.
That doesn't make it sound quite so nice, does it?
Yeah, West London. It's quite... West London's posh, let me tell you that for free.
I live very close to Deck from Ant and Deck.
To death?
I do.
To death?
Yeah, to Deck.
Oh,
From Ant and Deck.
I thought you said death.
No.
Wow.
That's the sewing machine for you,
I was like, to the death. What?
No, I live quite close to Deck from Ant and Deck.
Oh, are you friends with him?
No.
Oh, you've got his
I
number. You can ring him right now.
I want to be friends with him, but
I want to be friends.
I want to be friends with him, but I think, I think he's probably a bit concerned that I'm stalking him. Anyway, I'm not. Okay, I'm just going to say that now. Now, what I'm going to do, so I've stitched all the way around the outside where that marking is, and but I haven't stitched around this top piece here. So I'm just going to trim this here, because I was sort of quite slapdash when I was putting cutting my fabric. So this is the great thing about bunting, because you can make it any size. You can make it with scraps of fabric. You can sew. You could be buying this beautiful Easter fabric for other projects, but keeping all your little scraps, stitching them all together and making almost like a multicoloured kind of crazy paving type bunting, which I think works really, really well.
We've had a comment in here from Declan Donnelly. He went, Becky, the restraining order is still in still in situ. Please not come within 200 metres of me and my family. From Declan, Newcastle upon Tyne, he says here. So, yeah.
He doesn't live there anymore in Newcastle,
All right,
does
Becky.
he?
Just saying. You're not helping the restraining order here, are you?
No, I'm not.
He doesn't live there. He actually lives at this address.
So I'm just going to just do a little snip in this part here. So that's where that little point is on the stitching. And I'm going to just trim here on these points as well and turn them the right way or inside out or the right way around, whichever way you look at it. Now, I normally, when I'm turning things out the right way, you need to sort of poke out these little points here. I normally use a chopstick.
Pokey tool would be perfect.
Pokey tool's a bit too pokey, because you don't want to poke through the fabric. So you don't want a pokey tool because it's a bit too pokey.
It's too pokey. I know what you mean. I just didn't think you were saying it's too pokey.
It is. You need a less pokey tool, like a prodding tool rather than a pokey tool, I think is probably the right way to say it. But I've just put a pen through here, and I'm just gently wiggling the pen to that point. But it's never going to be super sharp. You're just going to need to sort of fiddle around with that. But a chopstick works really, really well. And also just using a little pin. So when I get to this point here, if I use a little pin, I can then sort of pull these little bits out. But, this is the same as whether you're making anything that's got a sharp point to it, that you might have things like that. So we're going to just flatten that out. And then I'm going to use, so I'm just going to check what letters I haven't done. So bear with me.
What word are we making?
A special word.
Okay, is it George?
It's not. I should have done that, shouldn't I?
What?
Sorry.
People forget I exist.
Oh God, how rude.
If it's Joe, you can get ready. If it's Joe, you can mean you're going to have words in the bit. Or Ben.
No, it's not any of those words.
Okay, it's not a person's name.
No.
Is it a celebration?
It is.
Is it
It's
Easter?
a celebration. That's
Dun,
right.
dun, 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 dun. Yoo-hoo.
So I'm going to use an R here, just an R.
Oh, for Rebecca.
Maybe for Rebecca. Maybe not. Maybe just for the end of Easter. I don't know. The end of Easter.
Oh,
So-
this word Easter, sorry, I think we're like end of Easter.
The word is Easter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of Easter bunting that I'm doing here.
Easter
So
bunting.
what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give this to peel off the backing of this here. So this is the kind of paper part of some Bonder web.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use my iron just to fuse that together. Now what I have done with the rest of the little flags is I've stitched around the outside here just to make it sort of nice and flat. If I've got time, I will do that as well.
Yeah.
But just to sort of finish it all off. because I wanted it to. I wanted the idea that this is something that could come out every Easter.
Every year at Christmas.
Every year at Christmas. Well, I have Easter decorations up.
Yeah.
Well, not yet, but when I say decorations, they are artfully arranged chocolate, which, as far as I'm concerned, is the best kind of decoration you could possibly have.
Do you have an Easter wreath?
I do. No, I don't. I'd quite like to do an Easter wreath, but I do have like a little display of chocolate in little baskets along the table. But you know, at Easter time, you often get together with family, and it'd be quite nice if you were decorating, everything up. So we've got that piece here. I'm just going to stitch around the outside just to finish that off. And I've got this open part here, so I'm going to fold that in. And I'm going to give that a quick iron just to flatten that. And then we're going to attach all these little flags to the this little piece of, this is actually a piece of fabric which I stitched together, but I would use ribbon if you haven't got this. Ideally, you want to use a piece of bias binding, which is cut at an angle. This was just cut on the straight because I didn't have quite enough fabric, but anything will do. Piece of, nice sort of Hessian or something like that, so that would look quite good as well. I'll just fold that over. So I'm just going to run that through the machine again just to finish it off.
Lovely. Loads more for you still to come in the next 55 minutes. Guys, Lasso's jumping up like a little bunny rabbit. Loads more for you to come up for you in the next 55 minutes. If you've got any questions as well, remember, get involved. If you want to ask us anything, maybe you want to ask Becky what else decorations she's got in her house. What other Easter decorations that you may have?
I mean, I don't really. Well, Chinese New Year, because we are Chinese, so we do decorate for Chinese New Year. But apart from that, I don't tend to. I mean, I always sort of look for people down my road that have got wreaths up for different things, different parts of the year, and I think that's really lovely.
Halloween, do you put decorations up?
No, when Halloween happens, I tend to switch all the lights off and hide in the back of the house. Well, or my kids like it, but I've never really enjoyed Halloween. I find it
spooky.
No, I don't find it spooky. It's just not for me. I don't know what it is. Although I like dressing up. You know, I do quite like opening the door and dressed up and frightening the children. Sort of like a witch or something. That's quite funny. But yeah, I'm not keen. I think quite often you get sort of older groups of children coming round, and they can be quite not threatening, but it's a bit frightening when you're faced by a group of teenagers in masks. It's not quite the same as seeing sort of 5-year-olds dressed up as Batman. But yeah, so. Anyway, I don't decorate for Halloween. Is the answer to that question?
Don't expect Halloween. Don't expect any Halloween bunting is what we're saying here. Maybe autumnal bunting.
Yeah. I mean, for all sorts of different things, couldn't you?
Yeah.
As long as you're having a party, or actually maybe just have bunting up. I've got a friend always has fairy lights up. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. She's got fairy lights up all over her house, and I think that's quite nice.
Tracy, what is it? Another cup of coffee? It's an hour late, so every hour on the hour I get a cup of coffee. If you feel like it. Don't bring any biscuits in, do you? Use some money. I use some biscuits late. I ain't got any money, not made of it. Guys, loads of deals for you here on this multi-craft die applique uppercase alphabet. 26 elements, or a sausage roll won't go amiss. Remember, $39.99, $43.36. Remember your glove and spray and platinum praise. I'm starving. My tummy is rumbling today. Don't know what it is. It's when you're talking about food. It's been here. Do you know what it is? Because there's windows and people walk past eating snacks. And I go...
Yeah, but also there was a delivery of sausage rolls that came earlier, and I think that sort of made everyone feel quite hungry, didn't it?
Like a full-on delivery? What do you mean? What did I make it? Delivery?
No, I meant someone went out and bought sausage rolls.
I thought it was Crafters Companion and sausage rolls. Hand in hand.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone likes a sausage roll. So I've got my bunting now, and I'm going to start by stitching it to this here now. So I've just used plain yellow fabric to make the little ribbon, but it would work really well with ordinary ribbon.
Barbara's one. That's how it's done on the bunting front. Oh my, that's how it's done. It is, and this is the thing, isn't it? A lot of people get scared when it comes to making things, but with Softcraft, it's literally have a go and maybe, and like, you can unpick it. I always remember that. You can unpick it and start again, can't you?
You can. And no one, even like the best seamstress, stitcher, nobody makes things and they're perfect every time.
Yeah.
Things go wrong and you just sort of roll with it. You know, don't worry too much about it. So I'll stitch that one on. I quite like the idea of having Easter bunting. And that's if it's good weather. And I think Easter bunting entices the Easter bunny to come and leave more chocolate around the garden. I did find one year that Easter bunny had arrived and my children were getting up and the chocolate was being stolen in the garden by the squirrels. So there were loads of squirrels that were just running around my garden with chocolate covered eggs, or foil covered chocolate eggs. Yeah, you wouldn't have thought squirrels would do that, but they do where I live.
I mean, you live in London, them squirrels then.
Yeah.
The squirrels.
Yeah, yeah.
They're the ones knocking on the door with masks on, aren't they? That's really terrifying. That's why you should like Halloween, because the squirrels knocking on the door with masks on. Are they mates with the gerbils? Wear hats?
Dear.
I think you could play Squirrel Twister.
Squirrel Twister, yeah. I reckon they'd be really good at Squirrel Twister.
Yeah.
Don't you think? So move around quite quickly. They've got
what?
that good balance with their tail.
Very good balance.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to crafting.
Random chatter.
Anyway, you spelt it wrong.
Have I?
Yeah. Nah, I'm joking.
That's a horrible thing to do.
Oh, you love me really, though.
For quite a few moments I was thinking, have I? It's quite possible, but
Wow.
no.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
That's all the fun of the farm. The farm.
I think it was all the fun of the fair, wasn't it?
All the fun of the fair.
Yeah, all the fun of the fair.
All the fun of the farm. Fair, yeah, fair. Oh, I've not been to a good fair, like a good travelling fair, for a long time. What do you call it when it comes to town? Because like in Yorkshire, we call it, where I come from, when it's the feast.
Oh,
you're going to the feast, like in a proper northern accent, the feast's here. And you would go to the feast. I don't know why it's called the feast, but we'd always go to the feast.
but is that more, no, I always think of fairs now, they're not that kind of traditional, sort of old-fashioned fair. They are,
they're more the,
you know,
scream if you want to go faster.
Yeah, they're really sort of overpriced, really, really dangerous-looking rides.
Perfect, that's what I want. I want the fear of death on one of these rides. Buy your tokens from the booth kind of place.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. That's what I want from life. And a goldfish in a bag.
Oh, I used to love getting a goldfish. You know, that's brilliant, wasn't it?
It would last a week. Actually, my friends had like funfair fish. It lasted for years and years and years.
Normally they don't last until you get them home and then that's it, don't they?
No, bless them. It's not, how it's legal, I'll never know. Guys, the wonderful Applique uppercase alphabet is helping make this bunting here. And like Becky was saying, you can make your own little bunting shapes. You may want the little flags, you may want triangles, squares, circles, whatever you want. That is down to you. These alphabet sets give you that creativity to be able to do that every single time.
You know what I thought would be really nice is using this to spell out a child's name. Perhaps there's a new baby in the family and you want, you know, sort of like nice sort of, you know, the child's name, maybe their weight, because we've got the numbers as well. You know, it's a nice kind of keepsake and you can hang it up in their nursery.
Do you know you could do as well, that Easter eggs box that launched last week, or this week, was it this week? It was this week, that you could get the Easter egg die, trace that, cut that out in paper, cut that around your fabric, and you've got an Easter egg fabric die then, or stencil to cut round, and use your rotary cutter, and you can be able to cut Easter eggs and fill them, put a bit of wadding in there, add this to your bunting. It's going to look great.
Yeah, there's so many things you can do, and I think, you know, when you're spending a bit of time making something, you want to keep using it, you know, often. And it's quite nice if you can, you know, get something made every year, like those kind of wreaths or that kind of thing. You know, some kind of decoration that you get out each season, each year.
Loads of love coming in for today's show. Don't forget, I'm back later on with Craig. He's working hard today. Craig, again, the money's worth out of him today.
Yeah.
He's back for launch day. We are looking at a brand new storage bag, which is incredible. But look at this bunting, isn't this just incredible?
Let's hope I spelt it right.
E-A-S-T-E. You spelt it right.
Yeah.
Just shimmy to your...
Go this way.
Yeah, that way, that's it.
That's it. I don't know my left from my right, so that's always a little bit of a problem.
Love that.
But yeah.
That is brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, Becky Sworn. That might be demo of the day, you know.
Well, it's the only one I've finished so far, so.
Your bag? You did your bag?
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Guys, that is all the wonderful applique dies. Again, what a great collection. Remember, they went out of stock and they're back in stock now. The uppercase at that great price. You've got the lowercase, and you've got as well that wonderful set of numerical numbers and punctuation. Numerical numbers, George, there's only one set of numericals. What am I on about? Where did they find me from? A lot of love today for the brand new fabrics. They are a great launch. You absolutely love them. Let me get them for you, because do you know what? We do great fabrics, and it's like we launched the Easter box, and then we went, oh, let's do it with fabrics, and it's perfect fabric. Starting off here with this wonderful Easter bag and cutouts. Now, look, I just think the size of this, everything is there. Let me hold it for you. Everything there is perfect for you to make that wonderful, peekaboo, make a wonderful bag for you, because you're getting the straps there, there at the bottom. There it is for you, along with, there it is, along with the flowers, the eggs, the bunny, the rabbits, the seagull, no, not seagulls.
Animals that deliver eggs at Easter, the seagulls. I think they're more likely to take eggs from you, seagulls.
I meant chicks, not seagulls. I didn't say pigeons as well. The chickens there as well for you, not seagulls. And the gnomes wearing ears. They're the seagulls. Again, with the gnomes with the ears. What a great collection that is. Everything there with the instructions on the back of that. £13.99, $19.99 for you. Again, another great collection. Guys, that is approaching limited stock, so if you are wanting to get in that, please not sit on that. Guys, we're starting here with the pink on cream. Again, a brilliant collection for you. £6.99, $10.49. A great Club Inspire price on that as well. Remember, it's that wonderful ½ metre. Again, that's there for you. You've also got as well the yellow. Again, the yellow leaf for you today. The halved floral yellow ½ metre there for you. Again, that great price at £6.99, $10.49. You've got it in blue as well, and that same great pattern for you. That wonderful collection there, £6.99, $10.49. You've also, as well, perfect for Easter, this is a great little collection. It's the chicks and bunnies, chicken, £6.99, $10.49 for you, Club Inspire available. You've also got the pink, look at this, the mirrored, sorry, let me go for the mirrored bunny. There we are, mirrored bunny for you. Again, you can see why it's called the mirrored bunny, looking great for you, £6.99, $10.49. You've also, sorry guys, you've got also the spring little chickens here, the gnomes on cream. Here are the gnomes, to gnome or not to gnome. There we are, to get the right way round for you guys, so you can see all the little rabbits and the gnomes and the seagulls there for you as well. And, you know, seagulls should be a holiday bird. I think they should. Here we are with the wonderful, lovely green floor. Look at that, so springy. So, not like springy as in bouncy, like springy as in like season spring. Again, and also, you've got it here, again, that wonderful cream colour. It's just perfect. Little girls, little boys, you look perfect. We're also looking today at them brand new bag dies for you. Again, so much love for these, and I'm not surprised why, because they're so incredible. Now, we keep saying you're getting the different sizes, small, medium, and large. You're getting within each set the dies to make the different sizes. So we'll start off first of all here with the wonderful box style bags. Now you can see the different sizes that you're getting. You're going to get them here. Now, you can get that bundle. You can buy them individually. Here's the price for this die by itself individually. And you're getting the dies to make the 3 different size bags. That's the small, that's the medium, and that's the large, all within here. You're going to be able to make these into whatever kind of style you want. Ignore the bubble wrap, just make it a little, pad it out a little bit. But again, what a great little set of dies. I mean, little's not the word, actually, but what a great set of dies. Everything there to make these incredible bags. That's the price there for £29.99, $34.95. You've also got your wash bag wonder. Again, what a great collection of dies here. It looks like a taco. Again, just a look at taco. Again, the different sizes, small, medium, and large for you today. You're getting all the dies within that set, $29.99, $34.99. When you open it up here for you, I mean, that's what, do you know what I like about this? The bag, the zip, goes all the way to the bottom. So when you open it up, you can actually get everything in there nice and easy. What a great little design that is for you today. And wrapping up this collection is the wonderful collection. I mean, we've done it again with the dies, and we do this every single time. The wash bag wonders, again, was perfect, and this is perfect. The perfect pouches. Again, huge bag with here, but again, you may just need it in the small. And do you know what's always good? They can stack inside each other. A couple of these small bags, right, you can make them, or put these inside our big one. They're going to be in there nice and safe, nice and stored. $29.99, $34.95. If you're looking at that and going, I want all three of them, they are available for you at that great bundle price, 20% off on that. That great deal today, all three different designs for you, £71.95, $83.85. Becky Sworn, yeah, that is good. Can we make another bag, please?
Yes.
Great.
Let's make one of the pouches.
Yeah.
So those are the ones that are sort of angular.
Let's do it.
I've already cut some bits and pieces, but I'm going to start by using the zip. So what we've got here is we've got these little tabs for the zip. So they are 2.5 inches square, and we're just going to fold them like so, and then into the middle here. And then we're going to pop that in the middle of your zip and stitch around just here. So this means that when we put the zip in the bag, you're going to have, if you see any part of the zip at the end, it's going to be covered up by this fabric. So this is a really nice way of using little scraps. You can use some quite crazy colours that don't work, all sorts of different things. So I'm just going to sew that together here, like so.
Perfect. I was just thinking about something.
Yeah.
Bags, can you mix? You can't mix the styles of bags, can you?
Can you mix what?
The styles of bags.
No. No, that's not good. I mean, you could probably use it as a base. I mean, you were talking about them being like a taco. I mean, you could very much use that design and develop it into looking like a taco, couldn't you? You could have, where you've got the zip and the gusset, you could change the colours. So maybe have a green or a red zip, and then the zip panels a different colour, and you could make it look like a taco. I think that would be quite cool.
I just never change, please. It's never
Well,
change.
you suggested it. I'm just
All
running
I
with
said,
your idea.
No, hang on a minute. Let's take a couple of steps back. All I said was, this looks like a taco.
Yeah.
And then you was like, well, you put some green fabric on there.
Yeah. Make the outside of the fabric in a kind of a browny kind of sort of mottled fabric. Then you could put have a green zip or a red zip. I can't remember what a taco quite looks like, but you could use all the different colours. No, absolutely. Why not?
And now it looks like Zippy. George. It does look like a taco from a distance, doesn't it? Not pigeons, George. I know not pigeons. All right, I got confused, Rosalind. She also says, I love this bunting. Going to try this with my collegiate alphabet, which are a little larger. Perfect. We want to give you some inspirations what to do this. And a lot of love for the bunting. It's just a great collection. Remember, that's just all been done, and that's all inspired from that Applique alphabet set, which is just incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got the bags we're going to be putting together now. So this is how the zip, this pouch looks. So it looks a bit strange because you've got this angle cut out here. But when we stitch it together, then that makes the shape of the bag in this kind of sort of triangle, as it were. So we're going to start off by using one of our outer panels, and I've put some fusible interfacing on the back of that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to place that facing upwards, and I'm going to put my zip facing down just here. And then I'm going to use my lining fabric here. So I'm going to place my lining fabric right side down here. So this is the same kind of way that we're putting in the zip, the way we did it before with the zip that I showed you earlier with the gusset. So you're sort of layering, you're sort of sandwiching the fabric in between the lining and the outer fabric, and then folding it over to get that nice effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to flip it around this way.
Yeah.
Just because it makes it easier for me to sew. And I'm going to pin it all together. And again, changing my foot to a zipper foot. I've never changed the foot on my machine as much as I do when I'm making a bag, because you've got so many different sort of parts that you're sewing. You want to use different pieces of machinery for. But let's just pop that through. Why is that not working? It's always the way, isn't it? There you
It
go.
is, but hey, listen, that's what, like we were saying earlier, sometimes it just goes wrong, doesn't it? And there's no need to panic, there's no need to worry, everyone makes a mistake, and everything does not always work for everybody first time.
No, absolutely. And, you know, that's the... and also you find your own way of stitching things. Like I was talking to my mum the other day and she was like, I don't know why you use those clips all the time. She said, I can't be doing with clips. She likes to use a set of pins rather than clips, whereas I like to use the clips as much as possible. I think they're easier. But yeah, you just find out what works for you.
Yeah. Did she ask about me?
She did. She asked how you were doing.
Okay, and what did you tell her?
I said you were fine.
Good, good. Kristen Thomas went, oh my gosh, I now need the letters too. Again, a lot of love for those letters. If you want to get the letters in today. Barbara said on YouTube how cute the fabric is. And I know I said seagulls, all right, I know seagulls are not just for Easter, they're for life. What are you laughing at? Every time I say something, you laugh at me.
Yeah, because you're funny.
Oh, I'll pay you later. I'm sat down here for a bit, just fancy a little change of scenery. It's cooler down there, I'm boiling. I've got a jumper on,
It's very warm in here today.
I've not ironed my shirt, that's why I'm wearing a jumper. I'll let you to see, when I wear a jumper, I've not ironed my shirt. My mother would kill me. She'd be like, she'd text me, I've watched you. Do you know what she said to me the other day? She went, you've got lovely fingernails.
Oh.
Thanks. Nothing about, you know, you do a good job in the air. Lovely fingernails. Still come, hey, I'll take it. I will take that. Fingernails galore, you'll be watching my fingernail. You're going to watch my fingernails now, aren't you? But you've got to have good fingers. You've got to have good fingernails on this, because your hands are used a lot. Like cabin crew have to have a good nail presentation when they, because I looked at a job when I was a few years ago, did be cabin crew. Imagine me on a plane for 7 hours, you'd be fed up of me by the end of it. But you've got to have like good standard of hygiene. Nails got to be kept clean, short, well maintained, because your hands are always passing food.
I can understand that. You know, you want to try and you've got to have standards, don't you? You've got to have standards. I think they don't have the restrictions on height anymore, do they? On cabin crew.
6'3". You have to be. I think you do, because I think you have to be certain. There's only so many heights they can do. Because I'm 6'1", so I was all right. But you can't be so. You have to be a certain height across the doors, and if you need to get things in an emergency, or you have to have a certain reach in height.
I suppose you've got to help people with their baggage potentially.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although I don't know whether health and safety would probably say you're not supposed to help them lift up there.
I think it depends on the person.
Yeah. So
I've not flown for ages.
So no, and none of us are really going away, are we? So I think that's what everyone is looking forward to, going back to normal. So you can see I've stitched across here. So that's my lining fabric here, and that is my outer fabric. Now, ideally, I'd want to give this a really good press and then stitch across here as well, just to finish it off. And that not only does it finish it off, it does mean that this lining fabric doesn't move and then get stuck in the teeth of the zip when you're using it. But we'll just pretend I've done that today.
You did it. I thought you'd done it.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, I haven't done it. I will give it a press just to move it out the way, but yeah, I'm not going to stitch it today. But ideally, that's what you would need to do, just to make sure it keeps it nice and straight.
And these fabrics, what temperature are you going to be ironing this fabric on?
Just like normal cotton. So
yeah,
sort of your normal sort of cotton setting. And again, washing it, just wash it as normal cotton. When I use fabric for things, I always wash it first. I know some people don't. Some people choose to not wash their fabrics, but I prefer to wash it beforehand, just in case there's any shrinkage. From the fabric. And also, sometimes you get there's like dressing on the fabric. There's almost like a kind of starch on there, but also sometimes there might be a couple of sort of dirty marks on there. You don't want to be spending all your time making something and then find out that it's got all these dirty marks all over it. So I'm just going to put this other piece together.
Love it. I was just thinking as well, these brand new storage bags that myself and Craig are launching, you could make other bags to fit inside that.
Yeah, I mean, those bags are great. And I think, having lots of bags are such a cool thing to make because you've got so many different things you can use them for. Those bags, I mean, I really want one of those for travelling. For when, when I'm travelling up here, having sort of all your toiletries in there, I think that works really well. And as I was saying before, I think they are, I do lots of different crafts, and they're all over the place in my very, very messy craft room, which looks like an explosion's happened in there. But actually, those would be great because they hang up. You can have one for, your paper craft. You might do sort of watercolours. You might do crochet. You can have all sorts of different things all lined up, and you can see exactly what you've got rather than having to rummage through boxes looking for something in particular. So I think they're a really good item to have.
Absolutely. And like you said, I live with my lovely cosmetic little bag that travels around with me. They are perfect. You can't get them that size.
No, you
That's
can't.
There's a lot of storage in them bags as well, and very secure. That'll be coming up for you in the launch day at 6 o'clock here in the UK, 1 p.m. East Coast time, 10 a.m. Pacific time with myself and Craig. So make sure you join us for that today. So what are you doing now then, Becky? Just piecing it all together?
I'm putting the other part of the bag together. So this is the other part of that goes around the zip. So I'm hoping I've got this down the right way. I might just have to flip it over and make sure. Because sometimes when you're, because you're putting, you're sort of working backwards in a way, because you're going to be flipping this over like that and moving that piece like so. So that is the right way round. But it does have all of that information on the instructions, how to lay it all out. And also there is a video as well, so you can see exactly how to do it. So I'm just going to sew that together, and then we've done that top part of our bag.
Yeah.
So again, using my zipper foot, my sewing machine, I've managed to kick the pedal underneath the counter.
Just speaking about this, Victoria's asked, should I wash the fabric for the teddy bears beforehand?
For the teddy bears, I mean, I would. But personally, I always wash my fabric before I use it. Now, with that fabric, it's a very nice cotton. It's a very good quality cotton. But you will find that you want to give it an iron when it's slightly damp to make sure you got rid of all of those creases, because they're quite a matte kind of shape, fabric. They're quite they're almost like, not quite a linen, but they because they don't have any pattern on them, any kind of tight, sort of small crease will show up. Obviously, as you're stuffing your teddies, you're going to get rid of all those creases. But I would just say, I would give it a wash personally, but I would give it an iron while it's still slightly damp, just to make sure you get rid of all of those creases. But yeah, and especially if you're going to be giving it to a child, I would say that, giving it a wash beforehand is a good way to go, just to make sure, it's nice and clean. It's got rid of any sort of gunk or dirt that might be on it.
Absolutely. Cindy Dottie on Facebook, thank you for telling us to wash the fabric before cutting, especially for a gift. And she also asks as well, please tell me how much fabric I should purchase to make the largest of the bags. It is very difficult knowing how much beautiful fabric to order when I don't see how much is required on the website. I know many styles will need extra if matching a pattern like the mirrored fabric. So what would you...
I'll have a look on the back.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, that's a very good idea, and I think we'll probably feed that back to product development to say it would be really useful to have the details on the back. So for the pouch bag, the largest pouch bag, you just need a fat quarter of the lining fabric, one of the outer fabric, and the fat quarter of the wadding or the interfacing, and 2 zips. For the large wash bag wonder, which is the taco shell one, it's 1/2 metre of each of those. And the other one, I will...
Did you just call it a taco bag?
Yeah, you said it was like a taco.
Love you.
You're right,
Love it.
You influence me, that's what it is.
Am I an influencer?
You're an influencer.
Yes.
And the this one here, the box style one, it's 1/2 metre. Obviously the bag is a little bit smaller than the one for the Wash Day Wonder, the taco bag, but because you've got that strap as well. But yeah, so 1/2 metre for the box style bag and the wash bag wonder, and then for the pouch it's a fat quarter.
Perfect. And what Gemini machine are the dies fitting through? Will they all fit through the Junior?
Let me check.
Let you check.
Let me check.
Hey, this
have
is
a
why
look.
we're here, though. You've got any questions that you want answering, anything that you need to ask us, let us know, and we can do it for you. That is the powers of the Crafters TV. We can do it for you while we're here. Don't feel like you're being, what's the word, nosy, or what's the word?
Troublesome or anything like that. Ask the questions.
Hindering us, absolutely. This is what we're here to do. Comment below, loads of you getting in touch, and we can always ask for you. So, what are you thinking?
So I'm not sure what the cutting mat size is for the Gemini, but this is just is around about 9 inches here, 9 inches by 6.5 inches for that one. I would just check the other shapes as well and make sure that they are they're all going to be a kind of similar type of size. I use the A4 size Gemini. Get one out. Let's have a look here. This one is, they're all around about the same. So about 9 inches by about 7 inches is probably the biggest size.
Well, I think the other way to think about it as well is that your packaging for the dies is in like an A4.
That's an A4, yeah.
So you could think of it like, so if you've got A4 plates.
Yeah, I mean, I use the A4 plates at home, so they all go on the A4 plates. Absolutely, they'll fit perfectly in that.
Lovely. Right then, let's get sorry, with the sewing machine. Here it comes like a bat out of hell. Becky is sewing fabrics. Du-du-du-du-dun. She ain't stopping now because she's sewing the fabrics, but she stopped because she's got a problem.
I haven't got a problem. I'm just getting the little zip pull out the way.
She hasn't got a problem. I just cannot see what she's doing with the zip. Guys, remember, just under half an hour. Oh my goodness, what's time going? Under half an hour left with Becky Sworn. You're going to be back next Friday, aren't you, Becky?
I am, yeah.
Not with me, unfortunately.
Am I not?
No.
Oh.
I think it's Joe.
Oh, is it?
Not Ben, because he's never here now. He's always on holiday.
What does Ben look like?
Ben has got ginger hair.
Yeah.
He's got 3 eyes.
Yeah.
And he sometimes wears a waistcoat.
Oh, okay. Not noticed him.
No.
But
you may have heard of him. With his great voice all the time.
So I've sewn this piece here. So if I fold it like that. So you've got your lining fabric here on either side of the zip. And then you've got your outer fabric here. So we would then start sewing everything together. Again, I would say it's better to top stitch around here on either side of the zip just to make sure it's nice and neat. But what we're going to do is we're going to fold it. So we've got the lining pieces together, like so, and we've got the bag pieces together here. And we're going to stitch around. Now what we're going to do is we're going to leave a space here so we can turn it through. And we're not going to stitch around these little pieces here first of all. We're going to leave those. So we're just going to stitch across here, 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 and then little bits just over here as well.
Perfect.
So I'm going to start doing that, and then it's almost done.
Lovely, and this has taken no time at all. That's the amazing thing about this bag, is that it literally has not taken any time at all to put yourself together a bag, maybe a last minute present for somebody. You could easily do this in an afternoon, couldn't you? No big rush.
Very easily do it in an afternoon. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could probably make all 3 in an afternoon, no problems.
Lovely. And again, the clips are brilliant. I love the clips.
Yeah, I find them really useful, especially if you've got something thick. So I've only got, I don't know if you can probably see. So you can see this is the lining. So that's just the ordinary cotton, but that's got the interfacing. So you can see it's got a bit more structure to it. But if I'd been using some kind of wadding or batting, I would definitely need more. I definitely need clips to hold it together.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you're going to be using something like leatherette or something that's going to mark, you'll want to make sure that you use clips as well, just to stop it from, you don't want any pin marks in your fabric. So changing that foot again. How many times have I changed the foot? So many times today. So I'm going to pop in my foot with my little 1/4 of an inch side part, which I do love. I find them very, very useful.
Yep.
And then stitch. So I'm going to do back stitch just there. I'm going to stitch across this side first of all.
Lovely. It's so therapeutic watching that happen.
I can't hear what you're saying when I'm using so.
Just saying that that you're my favourite person ever.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I bet you didn't.
I did. I said you're my favourite person. Becky is My favourite person ever. No, I was just saying it's very therapeutic.
Yeah, it is, yeah, I think so. And I think it's a nice activity to do, isn't it?
Yeah,
nice
absolutely.
to accomplish and make something.
Especially as a family.
Yeah.
And, you know, did you sew with the kids when they were younger?
Actually, I didn't. My mum does. My daughter is almost 20. She's 20 next week.
Yeah.
And she's very good, actually. But she's very slight. She just says, I'm going to make myself a dress. And because she's so little, she can make a dress out of a scrap of fabric and she looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to worry about darts or anything like that. And my mum spent quite a lot of time teaching her to sew. Whereas when I was young, my mum was a bit too busy. You know, she was working, you know, I did learn how to sew, but she spends quite a lot of time with my daughter because she can now. Now she's retired, so my daughter does like to sew. My son can sew, and he doesn't really. You know, he's 17.
He's too good.
You know, but it is something that they can do.
Yeah.
And it was funny at school in the sixth form. My daughter's headmistress would. She did these classes with the sixth formers to teach them how to sew, like sew on a button and hem a pair of trousers, and to iron, because some of them didn't know how to iron, which I think is quite astounding. But it was my daughter was amazed that there were people that couldn't sew buttons on.
No.
But it's not uncommon, and I think now with the internet it makes it easier. If you weren't sure how to do something before, you had to find somebody who could tell you how to do it. And once you've done it once, you know. But if you've never had to sew on a button and no one's ever shown you, how on earth can you possibly know?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's a really good thing that you've got all this opportunity to have a look online and find out how to do things, like you were saying about doing wallpapering.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise you've got to find someone that would have the time to show you how to do that wallpapering.
Yeah, absolutely. Loads of love coming today. Cindy Dottie says, hooray, I really appreciate you both understanding and answering my question. I want to send the fabric and dyes to my niece in Washington. Her daughter loves bunnies. Hey, that's what we're here to do. Dana Glass on YouTube. My goal is to figure out sewing. It's such a useful hobby. It really is. And she's saying, I love Becky showing how to make this media bag. It's easy to make than I thought it might be. It really is. And that's the best thing about us here at Crafters TV. We can help you show everything and help you get everything sorted to make it the best crafting that you can ever be. You make it look so easy, Becky. I really want to get my mum's sewing machine down at my closet and give it a go.
Do it.
Do it, absolutely.
Do it. You know, what can go wrong?
Famous last words.
You could sew yourself to the sewing machine, but it's highly unlikely you're going to do that. Yeah, it's definitely worth trying. No one knew how to sew straight off. No one was amazing at sewing straight away. So it's just one of those things that you try, and you'll find a love for all these sorts of things when you start giving them a whirl. So I've stitched all the way around the edge here, apart from this little gap here, and I haven't done these little corners. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stitch the corners. So I'm going to fold these together like so, and then I'm just going to stitch those, and I'm going to do that the same with each of those little corners here. So these just make that little, they make that shape of the bag, so it's more of an angle. So I think you've got all of the different versions over there, haven't you, and the different sizes. But the smaller, you know, they'll all fit. You know, if you're thinking about doing a set of them for a gift, you know, they will all fit inside the large one.
Yeah.
Which I think is quite a nice thing to do.
Absolutely, it is like a Russian doll experience, it really is. Guys, just over 15 minutes left of the show today. Remember, if you want to get involved, asking us questions, don't forget we're going to be back in an hour's time, myself and Craig, with that brand new launch day with that wonderful storage bag for you. Don't forget as well, on the website, 20% off until Monday with your great storage bags and storage deals that we've got for you, helping you get ready for spring, a bit of spring cleaning, which we all need a bit of spring cleaning in our lives, don't we? Especially Becky, because her craft room, which I've heard, you just said,
it's really messy. I mean, it's really messy. It's embarrassing how messy it is. But that's all we've got to do. We've just got to make sure that we unmessy what we're doing. What I've done is made a classic mistake here. I'm just going to say that now.
Yeah.
What you should have done is pulled the zip open before you started sewing this together. But it's okay, because I'm just going to pull that zip apart. Otherwise, you can't actually turn the bag the right way round.
Right.
But if you just give me a moment, I'll find that little zip pull and I'll be able
Well,
to...
I'll tell you what, while you do that, we'll have a little bit of a break. get yourself, get yourself sorted. Dana said, Becky does make it look easy. You really do. Guys, listen, we've got 15 minutes left of the show. We've got to do a demo of the show, and we've also got. What are you looking at me like that for? You're all right laughing over there. Right, I'll come and solve it. I'll see you in a minute. Come on, let me help you out there. Come on, get the VT on. I'm coming. I'm coming over, Becky's in.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's fabric cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Hello, welcome back to Crafters TV, Soft Side Live. Loads of you get in touch. Kristen Thomas on YouTube. I started sewing my squares with squares, straight lines, and made a quilt. I was very comfortable with that until my daughter told me to make costumes for a school musical.
Tricky.
That is. Cindy, my auntie Elsie, taught me to make a newspaper pattern from pyjamas and to sew them onto a treadle machine.
Oh.
Ooh, very good. And Dana on YouTube, I'm also impressed that Becky has loose sleeves. I fear I'd show my sleeves onto the projects.
Yeah, when I turned up today, I did think, I'm not entirely sure that this is a good look, but it's okay because I just pushed up my arm, pushed up my sleeves quite high. But yeah, I did think that is something I would do. I've regularly sewed myself onto my clothes. If I'm doing hand sewing, it's quite common, but yeah, it's worrying.
Absolutely. Before the break, we got the zip closed, but we fixed it, haven't we?
We fixed it.
Great, good.
So you make sure you undo your zip before you put everything together. Now I'm just going to turn everything inside out. So I've stitched around the outside and I've stitched these little sort of squares as well. So we are going to use the lining to turn everything round. So we're just going to feed the whole bag through the little gap in the lining. So you've got that here. And then we're going to turn the whole thing inside out, or the right way out, whichever way you look at it. And it just takes a little bit of time just to poke out all the little corners of the bag. And you will just need to finish off the stitching the lining, the little gap in the lining together.
Yeah.
But you can see how that looks with your zip at the top. So I've obviously not finished off, I've not done any sort of top stitching on that little zip, but I would definitely recommend that you do that. But you can see it's got really nice shape to it. It's got this little sort of angular shape here, and you've got your lining, pretty lining inside as well. So a great gift. And quick and easy to do, especially if you don't make a mistake like I did by not undoing the zip. Absolutely.
Guys, let's get demo of the show going with Becky. What have you...
what have I done? What have you done, Becky?
What have you done, my dear? Let's have
I have a bag.
A bag?
I have bunting.
Yeah.
So let's pop that there.
I think I've got a feeling what might win this.
And I've got a block.
Okay.
I've got a block of
block
fabric.
a baby, block a baby. I've got a block.
I've got a block.
Right, so block will be number 1.
Yeah, 1.
Bunting will be 2.
Yeah.
And bag will be 3.
Okay.
So vote for 2. Guys, I love number 2. 2's great though. It's great.
I like a bit of bunting. I'm gonna start making bunting more often with my name on it.
You could put your dunting. You could put. That's gonna come really wrong. You can put your bunting in your bag, not dunting.
I could,
bunting.
yeah. And actually, was it the last show we had? We had some of the animal applique dies, didn't we? Wouldn't they look great on bunting? You could have a child's name using these letters, and you could have some of the little animals on either end of the bunting and put it in a child's room. But yeah, you could pop your bunting in your bag if that's what you wanted to do.
Not dunting. I'm glad it was dunting. Guys, we've got the applique bag set, which are brand new, which so much of you love it. I'll move my dirty coffee cup out the way for you guys to show you this incredible collection of bags. Remember, in the bags, you are getting the 3 different die sizes, which is incredible. Small, medium, and large. We've said this before. Some companies would make you pay for each bag size different and would make you pay for the small size and the medium and the large. No, we're just not doing that. We're giving you all 3 sizes in each style in the bags. We're starting off first of all with the wonderful, incredible set here for the box style bag. Again, you're getting everything there, which is going to allow you to make the tassels, the tags, the straps, and you can buy the clips separately. The bulldog clips, the D-ring clips are going to be great to add into this. Everything there and the instructions. Remember, come back and watch Becky, and there's also the tutorials online to make these incredible sized bags. Large, medium and small, all there within this collection. Then we're going to look at here the wonderful wash bag wonder. Again, you can get the 3 different dies to make the different sizes. The big, the medium and the small, which are going to be incredible. Perfect every single time. And I think kids could easily make these, couldn't they? Working together as a family with your zips in there. What a great way to learn sewing and to get started off it. And also, wrapping off the collection is the wonderful perfect pouches. Again, the 3 different sizes. You can see them all stacked up there. And actually, the size difference is humongous, but you're getting all the different dies in there to make these. You can buy them individually, guys, and you can buy the different ones if you like one more than the other. You can buy them individually. However, the price that you see there at £71.95, $83.85, you're going to get yourself 20% off, which is incredible. And remember, your Club Inspire Platinum price as well, which is £57.56 at $83.85, $67.08. Loads you get in touch about how much love. My iPad has died on me, hence why I am on my phone, not being safe. Texting, what are you doing tonight? I am getting all the comments coming through. Loads of love coming in for these today. Let's take a close look at the fabrics which have launched today. Again, you absolutely love these fabrics, and they are just incredible. And I can see why, because they're spring. We had that Easter box launch, and I was like, I always feel like we forget about soft fabrics and our soft crafting when we have these brand new paper pads and brand new launchers, and we haven't this time. We've kept you guys involved. We've kept you involved, Becky. You're welcome. We started off here with this wonderful Easter bag cut-out panel, guys. Approaching limited stock on this. Everything here to make that incredible bag that you love and see. All the chickens, the rabbits, the gnomes, eggs, everything there at that great price at $13.99, $19.99. Do not miss out on this because it is approaching limited stock. I would hate for you to miss out on this today. A great price for you. Then all different brand new fabrics. We started off here with the wonderful mini heart floral pink cream. Again, what a great collection this is. £6.99. $10.49. Then you've also as well got it here in yellow. Again, a brilliant collection, a brilliant price per half a metre. You see the screen. Blue here for you as well. That same wonderful design that you love and see. It's so bright, isn't it? They're the wonderful fabrics that you're seeing there for you. Then you've also as well got the chick and the rabbit. What came first? There they are for you as well. You've also got the mirrored rabbits and the mirrored images down that wonderful pink for you today. You've also as well got here the wonderful gnomes and rabbits. Again, that wonderful cream background for you as well. Absolutely stunning. Wrapping off this collection, you've got the greens with the spring summery florals, and then wrapping it off here for you with the cream for you there as well for you. What a great collection, all priced at £6.99, $10.49. Becky, we've got 5 minutes left. What are you going to wrap it up with?
Really quick cushion cover.
Yeah.
So I love this fabric, and I had lots of little bits and pieces left after I'd been cutting everything up for the bag making dies, and I thought it was such a shame to throw any of it away. So I've just cut some strips, and I'm just been sewing them together, and I'm going to be making, this is the fabric cushion cover, and I'm just going to do an envelope back to it. So if I run it through the machine, so again, a really, really simple thing to do. Now also on the website, you'll see that we do our strip rolls in different colours in the plain fabrics. Now these are, this is effectively what I'm doing here. It's almost like I'm using a strip roll, but I'm using all these different pieces of the leftover fabric that I had. And this is a really quick and easy item to make. So this is great if you've just got a new sewing machine and you just want to have a play with it just to get to know it. Making something like this would be ideal because you're just doing very simple stitching. It would be a great way of working out whether you know what your tension's like on your sewing machine.
Yeah.
But it's also quite a cool thing to be doing with kids. You know, it's a nice simple thing for them to do, and they've got something that they want, you know, they can use in their rooms or something like that. So you've got, this is the front of the cushion. Now what I did is I cut out one of the little rabbits from that panel, which I just thought was really, really cute. Now you could applique that onto your cushion cover. You could actually, what I thought was going to be a good thing to do was to stitch around the outside here with your sewing machine, leave a little gap, or maybe leave a couple of little gaps, and then use some wadding or some batting and sort of scrunch it up and then stuff it. So this was nice and sort of puffy. So like it stood proud of that cushion cover. I thought that would be a really nice thing to do, but you could cut all sorts of different things out of here. You could use some of our applique dies that we've got in the past for cutting out flowers. They would work really well. And this is just a really simple idea, simple item to make that would be really good for children to do. So I'm going to just put the two pieces of the back together. So I'm going to put right sides together. So I've already stitched this edge just to finish it off.
Yes.
So I'm just going to put that like that, and I'm going to do the same with this one. So right sides together, and I'm just getting these two corners just laid up. So I've not cut them super accurately, and it doesn't really matter because I'm just going to stitch around the outside. So I'm just going to, I just stitch around all of that and then fold it the other way around so it would open up, and that would be my envelope sort of back to my cushion, then with your little rabbit, little Easter bunny there. So it's a great way of using up scraps of fabric that you've got. That, you know, it just seems too much of a shame to throw any of this away, didn't it?
Absolutely. Demo of the show, guys, has gone to number 2. It's there, the Easter bunting. I couldn't fit it all on the shelf. Oh. It's all there for you, the Easter bunting. It's, again, that great I just love it. I just absolutely adore it.
It's nice and bright and uplifting, isn't it?
It is so summery. Are you ready for this? There it is. Guys, Sherry, all examples were exceptional. Miss Becky, great instructions.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Guys, loads of love for you in this show today. I've absolutely adored it. I always love my soft side life with Becky. Becky, when are you back with us next?
Next Friday.
Next Friday. What you got planned for the week?
I'm going out tomorrow night.
Hello.
I don't often go out. I'm going out for dinner with some friends. I'm very excited because I'm looking forward to going out and having a little bit of wind down.
Wine down indeed. Lovely, we'll see you next week. Remember guys, you've got an hour to wait for that lunch day with myself and Craig. He's in the building, I can see him there. He's got his purple jumper on. He is ready for his lunch day with a brand new storage bag. That is coming your way, 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 p.m. over on the East Coast Pacific time, 10 a.m. Remember as well, we are all about storage, all about spring cleaning, 20% off on the website, crafterscompanion.com.co.uk.eu. Until Monday, you've got that chance to get yourself 20% off certain storage items. Have a look on the website and you'll find everything there for you to get you into that spring cleaning mode. We all need a little storage tidy up in our storage rooms, don't we indeed? And don't forget, tomorrow we've got a wonderful Play Your Crafts Right, loads of great shows, and on Monday our brand new schedule starts. We're starting a little bit later, 10 a.m. here in the UK, 5 a.m. on Pacific time, 5 a.m. East Coast, 2 a.m. Pacific time for our brand new Wake Up Call and Craft Chat and Cry. I'll be kicking it off on Monday for that short time. However, we're still here, the long afternoons. We'll see you in an hour for our wonderful launch day.